Welcome everybody tonight at Fiancé Fridays on a Friday, the flagship show with Shabooty, Gina, George, Lana, Amberlee, Nikki, Pineapple Girl, and there was Sherry in here, but she had audio troubles and she'll be back here in a few. What's good?
What's good,
Mm,
everybody?
Not much.
So Gina, oh, Cap said she's running late.
Yeah, I just saw it
And
too.
I didn't think we were gonna start early. I didn't either. I didn't
I didn't
either.
realize 10 I didn't realize 10:30 is early.
Um,
Well,
Gina, how do I address that? Because Shabuti, I'm not trying to be like
Mhm.
rude.
rude, but like 10:30 for you is like unheard of. So like 10:21 for you is almost like hell freezing over. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
go
you're right.
like we start more at 11:30.
Yeah, usually the only time we start like punctual is if we have like a special guest, but we don't necessarily have a special guest, so I don't know what happened.
I don't know because I wasn't ready. I was texting and then I went down to
Oh,
make some coffee and then I came back upstairs. My phone is ringing, which I sent to voicemail because I
mhm.
realized that y'all had started already and I needed to talk to that person. But I was just like, huh, that's weird. We're starting like more than just on time today. We're starting early. Like that's weird. Which is good though, because I have something that I want to do. So that's cool. That's cool. But unfortunately, you didn't get your nickname Mariah just in a joking way. You kind of got it because you just show up whenever you want.
Yeah, well, either it don't matter. We're here, and I would say like the topics list, they're more like quality versus quantity. So I think that's good. So if that makes sense, right? T wise.
Well, yeah, the good quality is good, but I just want to say you're like Mariah Carey at the tree lighting. Did you
Hmm.
hear the story where she was scheduled to perform at the tree lighting and they had people there at like 2 p.m. and she showed up at like 11:30 p.m. to perform? You're like Mariah Carey at
Hmm.
the tree lighting. Like you just show up never because it's like people know if they want real tea, they're gonna wait, and whenever you show up to give it to them, they'll be ready, right? So you know.
Hmm. True, yeah, and that's kind of like Lauren Hill. She's supposed to get on stage at 6, and you're waiting there at like 10 p.m.
Yeah, because she knows at the end of the day, everybody wants to hear her perform that Miseducation of Lauryn Hill album. She knows at the end of the day, nobody buys a Lauryn Hill concert ticket thinking they're gonna see her at 8 p.m. Nobody, we know better than that. She won't even be in the city that the concert is in at 8 p.m. She would probably, I remember I heard a story that she was performing, I don't remember where, but let's say she was supposed to be in Atlanta. I think at the time that she was supposed to be on stage, she was still in Tennessee. That's the
Mhm.
type of shit Lauren Hill. She doesn't play, and she knows that we're gonna put up with it because there's only one of her.
True. Lana says she's listening to us and she's watching the fight on Netflix, but I'm not even sure which fight.
Which fight? Because I was literally texting someone
Yeah.
and they told me they were watching the fight. And Shabuti,
So
I don't know anything about sports. So,
what's it called? Fight.
Jake
Uh,
Paul,
oh, Jake
yeah.
Paul, is he considered a fighter for real? Because I thought Jake Paul was considered like a joke.
like a YouTuber.
Yeah. So, okay. So it says Jake Paul and Joshua. And what's really interesting is Lana thinks that I know who Joshua is by the name Joshua. Oh, Nikki says that he's a serious fighter now. I missed that. I missed that.
Like it's kind
Well,
of one of
after the Mike Tyson fight, like no
That
one,
wasn't even a real
I didn't know who he was
that
before.
wasn't even a real fight. That was a publicity stunt.
Well, duh. I could have told you that.
Yeah, that wasn't even a real fight. They weren't that wasn't even real.
Mhm.
That was a way to make a whole bunch of money. That was all that was.
Ex-
Anthony Joshua. That's two first names. First of all, who is an Anthony Joshua? Who named
It sounds like Manon's husband. I don't know who that is.
right? Who are these people? Wait, yeah, Coco, exactly. It was a scrimmage. That wasn't even a
Mhm.
real fight. That was
Or
just
like I think the proper term is exhibition or something,
oh,
right?
maybe. I don't know. You know, I
Well,
don't know
it
anything
was
about
funny because with the Tyson fight, because my dad liked like Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali and stuff like that. So my dad's like, "Who the heck is this? Why are we putting up watching this? Just get to the final round. Let's go!" Because it took forever. And then if you guys remember, if you guys watched it, it kept freezing. Like the Netflix kept freezing. And my dad's like, "This is garbage. Why am I watching this crap?" I'm like, "Because you want to see Mike Tyson." He's
Well,
like,
I didn't
"Fair."
watch it because I didn't think Jake Paul was a real fighter. And when
My
has he
dad just
ever
liked
been?
Mike Tyson. My
But
dad
when
is
has
like a
he
Mike
ever
Tyson
been?
fan.
But it's kind of like it's
It's
weird. It's like
nostalgia.
it's a combination of like the two. It's like he is actually like apparently a good fighter, but then he's also fighting a bunch of bullshit
But
people at the
he's
same time.
also Jake Paul. Like I think everyone's missing the
Mhm.
fact he's Jake Paul. Like I can't get past that. Y'all remember him, right? You remember what he
Mhm.
does.
Well, first of all, I can't tell the brothers apart. To me, they're the same person.
Oh no, I can tell them apart.
Wait, he has a brother?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh my God, do I know something that Gina doesn't? Like, yeah, he has
Who-
a brother named Logan Paul.
yeah.
And I know this because when I used to live in Ohio, the brothers, their family is from Westlake, Ohio, which was actually like 2 cities away from where I lived. So his family, I've seen them around the city, and I've seen Logan and Jake, or whatever they. I've seen
Mhm.
them around the city. Like they would come back to Westlake to see their family, so we could see them. Like every now and then, you would see them in the Strongsville Mall because that's the closest mall to where their family lived.
True. All right. Speaking of fighting, should we get into like 90 Day Fiance stuff?
I like the
The
segue.
segues. The
Like that. You are
segues.
on
Yeah.
fire tonight. I like that.
I know. Yeah. So obviously, the biggest news story was the Veronica and remind me what that dude's name is. First name is
His name
Seth.
is Seth.
Seth. Yeah, the Veronica and Seth fight. Now, I feel like you probably have a few more details that the public doesn't have or something as far as like who may have called the police. I don't know if you're allowed to divulge,
I
but
do. I do have some information. So I think what's
yeah.
really funny, I don't, you know what? Retract that. What's really interesting, I don't want to use that word
Hmm.
in a domestic violence situation, but it's interesting because they had been posting a lot of lovey-dovey,
Hmm.
sentimental, we're so happy posts leading up to this.
Usually, the people that post the most lovey-dovey shit are the ones that
Hmm.
have the worst fights. Like they have the worst relationships.
Real quick, I posted it, but like I literally posted like what she had written about him like a day before.
Oh, yeah, let's read that before we get into the juicy stuff. Let's read because I want to make sure people realize that literally like less than 24 hours ago, they were posting
Mhm.
how in love they were. So it was just really
Yeah.
off the wall.
Yeah, I think there
24
was like
hours prior to the incident.
yeah, like there was like videos or reels, but then like the caption or the comment section, this is Veronica. She's like, and if you don't know who we're talking about, Veronica, which is famous for being with Tim, but she's with this guy named Seth. Anyway, so in the comments the day before, she's saying, I have never been more sure of anything in my life than I am about the love we have for each other and the fact that we belong together. Heart emoji, heart eye face emoji.
Mm. Talk about not aging well. That did not age well. That definitely, man. So basically, the information that I got was it was 3 or 4 in the morning, and they were
Mhm.
having a heated argument. And I don't know if you guys know a lot about Veronica, but anyone that knows her will tell you that she's a heavy drinker. Which
Mhm.
don't get me wrong, I'm not judging her. I'm a heavy drinker too. So like I'm not judging anybody, but I heard that she was heavily under the influence and there was a altercation between her and Seth, which is weird because they get along really well. So my thought process was, do you think this was the first time that they got physical, but this was, or not the first time they were physical with each other, but this was the first time that someone called the cops? Because that was
I
also,
think this was the first time someone called the cops. I think
Mhm.
it's gotten physical before. Because if she's a heavy drinker, and like maybe he's like a moderate drinker, or maybe they both like to drink, then that depend and the personalities can clash.
right, that's true. And let's not like think that because this happened that they're not going to be together anymore. Because if anybody remembers the Chris Brown and Rihanna story, it doesn't
Mhm.
Hmm.
necessarily mean that one beats the crap out of the other things necessarily. And you know what they always say about domestic situations? They're like, oh, the guy beat the girl up, but she was the one who showed up to bail him out. So I don't think that this is going to
Mhm.
be the end of their relationship per se. But I think that, this is going to really drag her through the mud because what's really interesting too, she had a pretty clean image. And I think a lot of the news outlets were digging up her past, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Let,
she's had a clean image, but a dirty ass past.
let me read one thing I pinned in my post. Um, So Veronica, the defendant, unlawfully and willfully did use physical force against Seth, striking Seth in the face. And at the time, the defendant was in a current dating relationship with the victim, Seth. That's the Veronica part. Then the Seth part says the defendant unlawfully and willfully did assault Veronica. A female person by Seth held, grabbed Veronica, causing scratches to her wrist and thighs. So there's some details.
Yeah, the details were that Veronica struck first. And
Mhm.
what's really interesting, Shabooty, is a lot of people in the comments before these details came out, they were like, I don't know what happened, but I bet you she struck first. And
Well,
I,
I feel like a lot of the comments they didn't really look into the details, and they just assumed like the guy who struck her.
well, when I was reading comments on other sites, it was the other way around. So that's interesting.
Hmm.
I think a lot of times when you hear a domestic dispute, you assume that the guy is the aggressor.
Yeah,
But
you jump to the
yeah,
conclusion.
it's the conclusion that you jump off of that bridge. But I was thinking back about her and things that I've heard, and I actually was opposite. I was like, huh. Then knowing what I know about her, right? I was like, I
Hmm.
would assume that she thinks that she can hit people and
Hmm.
and get away with it. Like knowing what I know about her, I'm not going to divulge what I know about her, but the things that I have heard from people that know her, is that she does that. She thinks that she can hit people and she's above the law and she's not going to be able.
Hmm. Let me just as let me as a blanket, let me just say allegedly, not that I don't believe you.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Well, allegedly, I also read that she like hit a police officer and those charges were dropped. Why are these charges all being dropped? Like I read somewhere her rap sheet.
That happened in Florida. Yeah, that
It
happened.
don't matter where it happened. It happened.
Well, yeah, it did happen. It happened in Florida. That is where she was under the influence and allegedly under the influence, and allegedly assaulted a police officer during an arrest. And those charges were dropped. And I think a lot of people were really interested in knowing, like, how does she continue to get all of her charges dropped? And it's like, when you have the right amount of money and you can hire the right attorney, you if no one was physically injured and you didn't shoot anyone, sometimes you can make things go away. So I
Mhm.
think a lot of people were surprised by that. They were like, "This is crazy. Look at all these different arrests." But if you think about it and you go back to the conviction part, a lot of them had no convictions. They were all thrown out. So I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, look at all these mugshots. She's been convicted a bunch of times." Not true. A conviction is when you were held accountable for the crime. An arrest is just an accusation. So I think a lot of people were confusing the two.
Well, in the court of 90 Day Fiance, you're guilty.
Guilty until, well, you're guilty until proving more guilty. That's the court of
Yeah,
non-fiance.
yeah, exactly.
The fandom, once they hear it, it's exactly what you did, and it's probably worse. So here's what the part of the story that's gonna hurt everyone, and it made me really sad, is the person, this is allegedly, but the person that called 911 was her daughter, Chloe. And
Mm.
that's the part
Oh.
that makes me a little sad. Because this is gonna affect her a lot. And her seeing this happen with her mom and her mom's fiance, and look, Chloe's grown, she's in college, but I mean, seeing
Mm.
that and reacting to that and calling the police and watching your mom get carried away in cuffs, it's just not a good situation for her.
Like, since you said she's in college, so like in the same vein of like Libby's dad's 911 call, do you think TMZ is going to track down that 911 call if it exists?
No.
Why do you say that? I think they will. TMZ does not have any moral compass, Gina.
Hmm.
Absolutely. I think that if they're able to get it released, where did this happen?
The only thing Veronica
North
does is
Carolina.
sit on a sofa. Right? She didn't that like all she does is sit
No,
on the
but no, but
on the
no, no, but hold.
sofa.
Like TM, I know this firsthand because I'm friends with some of the people, but TMZ staffers are like, there's some 90 Day Fiance super fans that are TMZ staffers, so they're gonna, so that's why to them it's like that's another reason to post it.
Well, I'm gonna see if TMZ even posted anything about it.
I'm
True,
pretty
yeah. I
sure
was
they.
looking. I didn't see any TMZ, but I just saw like Us Weekly and a lot of other ones.
Oh, so they didn't. I mean, that's funny that they didn't pick up on it because a lot of times TMZ picks up 90 Day Fiance stories. So,
Yeah.
but so I want to ask everybody's opinion on what do you think is going to happen because we've noticed that there's been a lot of discrepancy
Mhm. Well,
in
let me
accountability.
Let me answer the question with another question. This past pillow talk, like after that arrest happened, wasn't Veronica on that pillow talk episode or something, and it still aired?
I am unable to answer that because I have not watched Pillow Talk in quite a while, so I'm not sure.
Well, let's let
Um,
anyone in the chat, if the day the news broke, was Veronica on that pillow talk episode, let us know in the chat. But anyway, so the question is, what's going to happen going forward with Veronica and TLC?
oh, Kelly says yes, she was. So that doesn't necessarily portray the actions or opinions of the network. They just didn't have enough time. Once you submit something to air, you can't pull it from the air. So meaning when that happened that day, there was no chance they could have pulled that episode from air because they didn't have enough time to do that. Because once you buy that slot, you own that slot. So they even though she was on that Pillow Talk episode, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna turn the other way or turn a
Mhm,
blind eye. But I do wonder how this is going to play out because certain people, where there's a domestic situation, they're exiled, right?
mhm,
Completely exiled. They won't speak of them again. It's like they never existed. And then there's, Jasmine, where she's allowed to throw shoes at people. She's allowed to assault women in bars. That she can just do whatever she wants, and the
mhm,
network is just still kissing up. So I always wonder, like, where do they fall on the consequence train, right? So I was like, she's
mhm.
a favorite of the network. She's been on the network for countless years, 5 to 7 years, which is way past your expiration date for the show and franchise.
I
Just
mean, yeah, they crowbar her in every fucking tell-all. But go ahead.
well, right, and you have to remember, she's not even a main cast member. She was a supporting cast member. She was never a 90 Day Fiance cast member. She was a supporting to Tim. And a lot of
Mhm,
people forget that. They're like, "Oh," and I was like, "You do remember that she wasn't even actually on the show. She was basically the female Jamal. She was never on
mhm.
the show. She was just there supporting somebody else, but she's managed to crowbar her way into a 7 year career." And I'm
Yeah. I mean, even like the most faint like connections. So if you recall, it was the Marty and Stevie season where the only reason or their excuse or the reasoning to crowbar in Veronica into the tell-all was because Stevie was dating a Persian guy. So then they were like, oh well, Veronica's dating a Persian guy, so let's have her. That's it. That's an excuse to have Veronica on the tell-all and talk
which
and give
they
her two
didn't
cents.
even which they didn't even talk about.
Mhm.
Did you notice that? Like that they didn't even discuss the other than like once that she was dating a Persian man, and it would have made more sense if we knew who the Persian man was because we didn't even know who he was at the time. So yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, TMZ didn't report it. They reported Elizabeth's father's death, but they didn't report the
Veronica.
Veronica, the
Mhm.
DV.
True.
that's weird.
Yeah,
Has
that is
she
weird.
any okay? So Coco Puff says, has she signed anything with Sharp lately? Yeah, whenever she's currently under contract with Pillow Talk. When you're doing Pillow Talk, you're currently under contract. If she just aired last week, she is currently under contract with Pillow Talk. Do you know if Tim or Veronica was invited to the holiday party? They were not. They were not. So she is under contract because she's filming Pillow Talk currently. So her contract for this season of Pillow Talk would not expire until 8 months or 9 months after the last episode airs. So she
Hmm.
I thought it was a year, but whatever. Maybe that's a different contract altogether.
what? Which one?
The Pillow Talk versus like 90 Day. I thought it was a year after
After the
Phil
final episode aired or something.
after that final episode aired.
Pillow Talk is a little different, but
Yeah,
no
that's why I
longer.
said I guess it depends on the
It's no
contract,
longer a
right?
full year. It's 8 or 9 months after the last episode. Not 8 or 9 months after your filming date. It's 8 or 9 months after the last episode
Yeah,
airs.
that's what I meant.
Hmm.
Like so it would be like 8 or 9 months from like let's say Sunday or Monday, right? Whenever Pillow Talk aired, right? And she was on it, right? But I was under
If
the
she
presumption it would be a
recorded,
year.
if she recorded, like, what was she on Pillow Talk for? The Other Way or before the 90 days?
Like, what day of the week did this? I'm trying to remember what day of the week it broke. It was
Wasn't it
4 days
Monday
ago.
morning? Like,
Yeah.
wasn't it
Okay.
Monday morning, like 4 a.m.?
Yeah. So in that case, I think she was on the other way pillow talk.
Oh, so yeah, and that so technically that season, Gina, doesn't that season air until March?
God,
I
fuck, I
believe
don't know.
that airs until March.
Probably.
So she would have probably recorded Pillow Talks up until January. That's because that's how far up there. So she would. there would be another round of recording that would start.
Mhm. Oh, well, let me ask this question. Like, because you're friends with Tim, have you talked? Can you divulge if you've heard from Tim since this happened?
I have not.
Okay.
I've not heard from Tim since it's happened. We haven't talked or text about this situation. So I don't have any insider information from that direction. I have talked to other people regarding it that had, insider information. Um, but as far as I know, she hasn't really been talking to people. Like after this happened, a lot of people say that she can't be reached by phone and
Hmm.
the people don't know what's going on. Cause I was like, are they still together? Are they still living together? What's going on? And a lot of people said that she's not responding.
Hmm. Okay. Next question. Well, one thing well, I guess I'm leading the witness because I'm answering the question myself as I'm asking the question. But like, I was a little surprised at how like Jamal was kind of using this opportunity to go in at Veronica. Like, were you surprised that Jamal was going all in on Veronica as well when it's broke publicly?
Oh, no. I mean, I remember when Jamal and Veronica did their not pillow talk, single life. And
Hmm.
I do remember that Jamal got dragged a lot during that season. And I know it had something to do with something that he said to Tim about being a bad dad or to Chloe. I don't remember like specifically what happened, but he got dragged a lot. And Veronica and Tim were allowed to kind of drag him at the tell-all.
And he got dragged for like ghosting her and stuff or something.
Well, right. She said that he ghosted her, and she basically. And here's a little insider information. So Jamal did discuss a lot of what happened on the tell-all, and they edited out they basically edited out his explanation as to what she said he did, and left in her accusations. That's
Hmm.
a huge issue. So he did voice everything that she said about him at that tell-all. He responded, but when the tell-all actually aired. Um, it wasn't there. They edited it out. So
Hmm.
he felt like this was kind of a way to prove to people that he was not the bad person in that relationship. And, I don't know if it was the best time to go after someone. I was always taught when someone's down, you don't kick them. But
Yeah.
he felt like, well, look, y'all said that I was the problem in that relationship, and maybe if you look closer and deeper, you'll see that maybe there was multiple issues going on in that relationship. So I think that that was his way of just saying, hey, since y'all dragged me through the mud, now I want you to drag her the same way you dragged me.
Yeah, like well, I have 2 points I want to make. One is like there was this one lady named Karen the coder on Twitter, and she was sending me like some good like Veronica memes, and I was posting those, and Jamal was like loving them and in the comments section and liking the post. So he loved all the like the one was like, well, one of them I made. Well, there's two Love After Lockup like Veronica memes, but one I made and Karen made the other one. But anyway, the Veronica Love After Lockup collaboration memes, everyone is getting a kick out of, especially Jamal. And then the other point I want to make is like, as far as Seth, and if let me say allegedly again, if Veronica allegedly does have a drinking problem, as for Seth, I want to say like, I feel bad for you. You may need to head for the hills potentially if she can't get her drinking under control because being in a relationship with alcoholic, I know it firsthand. It's like it's really shitty when someone drinks and their whole personality changes and they're like a giant asshole. And in her case, physically violent. So hopefully Seth can figures out what to do in this situation.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely when you're dating, it's almost like you're dating two different people because it's like
Hmm.
a sober person and a drunk person are not the same person. So yeah, I think that you have to be very careful with that. And and I don't want to like assassinate her character or anything, but I'm not saying that she's an amazing person sober. Right? Like I'm not saying that she's amazing sober.
Hmm.
I can only imagine what she's like drunk because I've interacted with her in different ways and I didn't care for that person. So
Yeah, well, true. Yeah, and I want to say like, well, first of all, I get in so many like 90 Day Fiance beefs or tiffs or whatever, and some of them are like pro wrestling where it's like kind of a I don't really care about it too much. It's like like pro wrestling fight, and some are like real serious fights, and some are personal fights, and some are just entertainment. But I will say, yeah, like I don't think. Well, yeah, I think we had each other blocked before this all happened. But I don't. I remember why Tim and I didn't like Tim. I didn't really remember why Veronica. I wasn't friends with her, but probably just because she's always in Tim's corner. But yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't friends with her
by
anyway. So
association.
yeah, so I wasn't friends with her anyway. So it's not like it's a surprise.
I mean, I was never friends with her, but like she was a part of my circle,
Mhm.
right? Like my close friends, people that I consider my family, she was involved with intimately. So, it was impossible for me to avoid this person, right? Like I couldn't go anywhere or do anything without this person being there. So, the person that I interacted with, sometimes I thought was okay, and then a lot of times I thought was just not great. So I can only imagine, throwing out drinking into that personality mix, what that would be like.
True. So, anyways, it would be, yeah. So it's going to be, that's $1 million question. It's going to be interesting if TLC decides to pull the plug on Veronica or not. Again,
What
if
are your
it,
thoughts? I'm just curious. What do you
mhm.
think that she's gonna disappear? Do you
No.
have any gut feelings at all? Because I was wondering that too. When it happened, I was like, well, Shabooty, actually, you sparked this in my mind when you posted the picture of Tim on the couch with the TV.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh my God, what if she literally does disappear from the show? Like, what if this is the end for her? And I was like, but she's been such a favorite for so long. They're probably going to take the Jasmine road. They're like, well, yeah, she shouldn't have did that, but we love her. Jasmine was launching shoes at people's heads, and she was.
Yeah, but there's a difference in like, and I know she's not like convicted or whatever, but Jasmine, I haven't seen an official Jasmine like mugshot anywhere. So
Yeah.
Jasmine has
But
that going
wait,
for her.
wait.
But
I have a question. So, do you
mhm.
consider the behavior acceptable as long as you don't get arrested?
I'm not saying from my personal standpoint, I'm saying from the network standpoint, I think that makes a big difference.
Oh, so as long, okay,
Yeah.
I got you. Because in my opinion, the
It,
behavior is,
it's bad PR for the
Yeah.
network to have a mugshot, is what Shibuya is
uh-huh,
trying to say,
And yeah,
right?
right?
advertisers don't like the
Jasmine
mugshot next
throwing
to the product.
shoes at Rob, that just adds to the drama. We just like to see that,
Yeah, that was like
right?
entertainment, even though Jasmine
So,
is a maniac.
so as long as because the assault that took place between Jasmine and Natalie was on camera, so maybe the network looks at
Well,
it, well, as long as it happens while we're there and we don't let it go too far.
also the Natalie, let me say allegedly, but the Natalie fight with Jasmine, I think like what aired was probably like 5% of what really went down. I heard it was like way more violent, allegedly way
I
more
think
violent,
I think if
and
it's more of like if no one gets
they edited it out.
arrested, we're good. When you get
See,
arrested,
don't.
that's when
But see, I think that there's a moral line being crossed there because you can't say, "Oh, domestic violence is wrong if you get arrested for it, and it's okay if you don't." Even, but you can
no,
still
I'm
do.
not condoning it. I'm not saying that, but from the network's perspective,
No,
I'm thinking they're thinking like do whatever, just don't get arrested.
I mean,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, and
Okay. I have even though I just made that argument, now I'm like thinking of an example of like another side, the opposite side of the argument. But like, then again, well, like Angela had a huge laundry list of baggage, let's just say there, but I know there was allegedly there was one incident where it happened at this is like behind the scenes shit that anyway, but like it was allegedly an incident happened like at the hotel in New York while they were there to film the tell-all with Michael and it got allegedly violent, but it didn't result into like an arrest, but it was very disruptive and it was physical and there was like visible like wounds and shit allegedly, and then obviously TLC got rid of Angela ultimately. So yeah, and not maybe they don't necessarily have to even be arrested, but Angela may be a whole nother enigma.
I mean, I just think that there should be a clear process for this, and I think that the network has shown us that
There
depending
isn't.
it depends on who you are, right? Like you can get away with things depending on who you are. If they don't like you, and I don't want to say don't like you, like if they don't look at you as someone who can make them millions of dollars, then they're like, oh yeah, we're not
You're
invited.
disposable to them.
Right, you're disposable. Like with what's his name, Tiger Puff and Adnan, they didn't see them as $1 million couple, so they were like, we just don't act like we don't know you. But it just seems like the network has taken the road of, are they valuable enough to sweep this under the rug? And then
Well,
kind of how they make their, that's how you lead the meeting, right? You lead the witness. You're like, oh, well, yeah, this happened, but we could go last resort, hunt for love, single life. Like, and then it's like I feel like
all they're
Mhm.
thinking about is profits at the end of the day, like any corporation, right?
Yeah.
So, but what came into mind as well was also that, oh, what was her name in the wheelchair? And I don't condone racism whatsoever. You guys all know
Uh,
that. I am like
Alana or
Amina.
something.
Yeah,
Alina or Alana?
Oh yeah,
yeah, and they got
Alina.
rid of,
Elena.
She had her pussy had Wi-Fi. Alina.
Yeah.
yeah, and they got her rid of her real quick.
Yeah. So like part of it too is like as far as canceling someone, part of it is like how likable are they, or are they liked by the fans? So Veronica does have her like fan base, so that's part of like into the decision making process of do they cancel her or not. It's like if she's likable, it's harder to cancel her. But if most people don't even like her, then it's way easy to cancel her. Like Tiger Lily and Adnan, it was easy to cancel them because they're not
Yeah,
as likable.
I remember you being like her only fan. Like
I
I
know.
do, because you were like George. I lied. I was like, I'm gonna need you.
Oh
But
no.
just for the record, I was her friend before all the like shit went down. Like,
Yeah, but we
Well,
were
yeah,
still like,
and
oh no, her voice annoys me.
I
Shabooty,
tried.
no.
I tried my hardest to free you of that negativity in your life, but and sometimes you have to decide and figure
mhm.
out things on your own. Because I was like, Shabuti, that is not the move. Like of all the people, she is not the move, and you were just like, no, she's nice. I like her. She's funny. She has a good sense of humor.
Well, I got to stick with my stick with the
People,
yeah, like it's like
supporters.
I'm not gonna be a like bandwagoner. Like if it's like if someone is like getting attacked, I'm not gonna jump off the ship just because the other
Oh no,
people.
no, no. I will ride for my people until the wheels fall off. Like I don't care. Like if I genuinely like a person, if they're getting dragged, then I'm gonna stand by them no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, like I got into I'm trying to remember when I was beefing with like Kenny. That was part of. I'm trying to remember that was over like, yeah, that was over the Tiger Lily thing.
That
So,
was, yeah.
so
And
yeah,
the her firing or whatever.
yeah, I got pissed off at Kenny because he was like dragging Tiger Lily because TLC was canceling Tiger Lily, and I kind of came to her defense because I was like, every time a person's getting canceled, you start attacking them. So I'm waiting for Kenny now to attack Veronica. Maybe that's how we'll know if they're going to get rid of Veronica is if Kenny starts
Oh,
attacking Veronica.
that is
Ooh, good point. Good
yeah.
observation.
Kenny is like the exit
He's
interview for the next.
Yeah,
So
he's like the tea leaves at TLC.
yeah, he's like the exit interview. He's HR. So when he's turned on you, you know that HR is no longer taking your side. That means once he says something negative about you, it means that you're done. So yeah, I'm gonna have to watch his page and see if he has an opinion on this. Because you're right, that is gonna be the deciding factor. He's kind of the person who decides who's gonna go and who's gonna stay.
Yeah, if Kenny posts something like, "Yeah, domestic violence is like never okay, even if it's with a beloved person." If you read something like that from Kenny, you're like, "Oh yeah, then Veronica's done for
Well, let's
Yeah.
take a look.
her."
Yeah, I don't follow Kenny or Armando just
Mhm.
because, but I would love to see what they have to. Well, more so Kenny. Armando used to get a little more involved and be a little more messy, and he kind of has toned it down. But
Like, but then when Kenny gets in a fight, then Armando jumps in the comment section,
oh
like,
yeah, they're like your best friend. Like if I'm out and I'm getting into a fight, my best friend is also getting into a fight. That's kind of yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, he's always gonna be there to take up for Kenny, which is good. I would expect it, right? I would totally do
Yeah.
the same thing.
But anyway, okay,
Nothing's
but if
posted on Kenny yet.
nothing was
Also,
posted,
she's
No.
still active then. She's still
yeah,
around. And as far as I know, when things like this happen, the first thing the network does is they reach out to you and they tell you not to respond. Don't go live. Do not discuss anything because at the end of the day, guys, Veronica has a way of making charges disappear. So I think the network is like, oh well, let's not decide anything. Let's not talk about anything. Let's not acknowledge anything. Let's try to get this thrown out because I don't know what Seth is thinking, but when someone gets arrested for domestic violence, the victim or the person that is on the other side of that case can go in and write a statement saying that they don't want to press charges anymore. And then the prosecutor will use that to decide whether or not to indict the person. So I don't know Seth, but I know that it's in his hands. He can go in and he can.
yeah. But he can say he doesn't want to press charges, but then the prosecutor could say, "Well, this is a public figure, so I want in his behalf anyway. I want to proceed and press charges against her." Right?
Yeah.
Right. The prosecutor can do that, but I will say it's very difficult to go through with a case of domestic violence without a witness or a
Mhm.
victim. So,
There was a witness. It was Chloe.
well, do you think Chloe's going to testify against her mom?
She's the one that called the
That doesn't.
allegedly
Gina,
called the
Gina,
cops.
Gina, calling the cops on your mom and testifying against your mom to throw her in prison are two different things. I think that Chloe
True.
might have called the police because she was afraid seeing them fighting each other physically.
But couldn't like the prosecutors, I mean, I don't know. I got my law degree from Twitter LLC, but couldn't the
Hmm.
prosecutors like bring in Chloe as a witness and she just has to answer objectively or something?
I mean, Chloe is her daughter.
But
Um,
no, I'm saying though, even though she's on her mom's side, couldn't they put her on the stand and say, answer these questions whether
Yeah,
truthfully?
you have to tell the whole truth,
Yeah,
and nothing but the truth to help you God.
yeah.
mean, she could be subpoenaed, but I don't think it's going to get to that point because if, in my opinion, I
Mhm.
think that Seth is going to go in and he's going to sign a proclamation where he says that he does not want to continue or pursue or cooperate. And that's basically what throws the case into a spiral because when the person, he would need to testify. That's what's gonna lead to a conviction. So if he says I'm not going to cooperate with you from this point forward, the prosecution is just going to be able to go, they'll use a 911
Mhm.
call to play in the court and they'll use Veronica's testimony. She'll probably testify to defend herself.
Mhm.
And then there's no one to cross examine, which is going to make it difficult. And a lot
Yeah,
of times when a case doesn't have a victim or doesn't have a witness, they end up dismissing the case because it's just, there's a large caseload, a lot of people getting arrested, y'all. And it's a waste of time for the prosecutors to go through all of that and select a jury and go through that whole process when
yeah.
they only take cases and try cases that they know that they can win. And
Well, unless you're not to turn this into political talk, but unless you're an enemy of the president these days. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
well, yeah, that, but yeah, I don't think that this falls under that category. But
True.
I don't, so my personal opinion, I don't think she's going to get convicted. Just like, with the Chris Brown Rihanna thing. It's like, it happened. We know it happened, but it's probably going to get swept under the rug and it's not going to go any further than what we already saw.
Yeah, well, Veronica is going to be like, I have this letter from Kenny saying how about my character. So once you read it, you're going to dismiss these charges.
Yeah, I definitely think, and her track record of getting charges dismissed is really impressive. So I think that this is just going to be another record dismissed charges she's going to succeed with. And I hate to say this, but domestic ones are really tricky because when they were fighting at the time, they were probably both allegedly drunk and they're going to make up. And I
Mhm.
think that they're probably still together. So I really don't see him going to court to testify to put her in prison over this. I think that he's going to say he's not cooperating and it's going to go away.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. I think if he was, I'm sure she's used to like the media attention, I'm sure, but like he's probably mortified because he's like, he's a Joe Schmo. I'm sure he doesn't want his name out in this fashion. But anyway,
Well, yeah, and I think a lot of people they don't realize when you start dating someone that's in the public eye, you are now in the public eye. I was literally just watching something on TMZ where some famous actress's husband got arrested for a hit and run, and there was a video. He hit somebody on a bike and drove away, and they
mm,
said the actress's name in the TMZ story, and then it said husband and there was his picture and his mugshot. And I was just like, see, a lot of people don't realize like when you get yourself in the public eye, no one cares what
mm,
you're doing until you get into the public eye. You start dating somebody in the public eye, and then all of a sudden you are front page news. And I think Seth probably got a really tough dose of holy shit, what did I get into through this situation?
mm.
Think about it. We would have never known, right? If this wasn't Veronica Rodriguez, like we would have never freaking known that this ever happened. But since this happened now, I didn't even know Seth's last name. Now I know what
Mhm.
he looks like. I know his last name. I know his age. I know his date of birth. I know his weight because now it's everywhere. So it's like he's really probably questioning his decisions. Like this is the life you signed up for.
Yeah, and it's like I think it's like a lot of these guys. And I'm not saying I would be different in the sense of like if I was dating a 90 person, I'm not saying I would be different, but nevertheless, a lot of these guys they get all hopped up and excited that they're dating like a 98 chick, and then it's like then they start love bombing her. So I think he bought her like an emerald engagement ring. He flew out to Venice to propose. Like they're all drinking a ton of alcohol together, love bombing each other. Good, everything's all exciting, and they're all head over heels, and they're immediately engaged. So they're all excited. They're on to get to be on the tell all TLC tell all. So they're all excited and hopped up. And then, but they don't. But it's all the honeymoon phase. So then you don't realize like, oh yeah, this is all exciting. But then a person I'm in love with has this like allegedly insane drinking problem, and it's going to be a fucking problem in a long-term serious relationship, and I'm going to ultimately have to answer for those issues that are being swept on the rug currently because I'm like so in love.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. I think a lot of men, because I think Matt fell into this category, Matt from Matt and Jasmine, they're excited about dating a big star and they kind of ignore red flags, warning signs, bad character traits. They ignore everything because they're like, well, this person is going to catapult me into fame and stardom, which a lot of people, once they get, realize that they never wanted in the first place. And
Mhm.
I think that regular Joe Schmoes they're looking to become house husbands and they're looking to find a woman to save them. Back in the day, it used to be women wanted to be housewives. Well, now we got this generation of men, Matt, and I can name a million of them. They all want to be a house husband. They want to get taken care of by a rich and famous woman. Oh, what was that guy's name who was with Britney Spears? Gina, help me.
Kevin Federline.
Kevin
Kevin
Federline.
Federline, and then there was the Kevin Federline 2.0.
Oh, there was the Persian dude, right?
Yes, and
Yeah.
he fell into that character. It's like they want to be this saved house husband who just
Mm.
gets paid to look really big and buff, and they're dating this super powerful woman. Oh, Captain has arrived, and yeah, and I think that they a lot of times it works out in their favor, but a lot of times it blows up in their face. And Kevin Federline, he got I think 18 to 19 years of getting like 40 grand a month. It worked out really good for him, but it doesn't always work out that great for other men. What's up,
True.
Cap? What's up, Cap?
Hey, sorry I'm late to the party. I was fighting my husband.
Oh,
Oh,
was that
okay,
a
You
Veronica
what?
Veronica.
reference?
Okay, Veronica. Did you hit
That's
him
right.
first?
I was
Did
on
you
my
hit him first?
I was on my Veronica shit.
Did you strike him in the face?
Yes, I tried to strike him, but he told me it wasn't gonna work out. So then I said, you know what? Let me just get on my call because I don't want to be booked for Christmas. I don't want I don't want a mugshot.
Well,
True.
they move very slowly during Christmas, so you will be in there.
Yeah, I would have spent the weekend in the clink, and I was like, nah, I'm not going there.
Hey,
But
you can be on the next Love After
Love,
Lockup.
right? I could be on Love After Lockup.
Oh my God, I
True.
would love you on there. I
And
really
we would,
would.
yeah. I'll come out with my wig and my lashes.
Yeah, we'll make sure we'll send you a Timu wig while you're
Yeah,
incarcerated.
yeah. I'll put on
True.
the crazy ass wig and my lashes. I'll put the big broomstick lashes on.
So
True. Yeah.
I
So
want.
Captain, we just did like 30 minutes on Veronica.
All right,
So
well, before we move on, I want to ask Captain the same question I asked the table. Do you think after this situation happened, I already asked Shabooty and Gina, that Veronica will stay and remain on Pillow Talk or will she disappear?
Um, I think that because she's one of the chosen, they might let us forget about it and then bring her back in a couple, in a little while.
Oh, okay.
But they're probably not gonna rip her off initially because a lot of stuff is already recorded.
Yep, it is.
So they're gonna roll tape with her recorded. But
She's
going
gonna be
forward,
the elf on the shelf. Only comes out once a year type of
yeah,
thing.
but going forward, they're probably going to bring her back after everybody, it blows over.
Well, right.
Because
Somebody else is going to do something horrible and we're not going to remember this. That's how it works.
yeah, they're waiting for something else to happen, but they're just gonna probably shelf her for a little while. But a lot of the viewers gotta realize that whatever they're showing on Pillow Talk or whatever that she's on is already been recorded.
Yeah.
So she's going to be on, and people still think that this shit is filmed in real time. So they're going to be like,
Oh,
"Oh, why is she
Lord.
still on?" This and that. Now they can probably edit her out of whatever Pillow Talk she's on, and edit her out because domestic violence is not taken lightly.
Mhm.
Unless you're Jasmine.
Well, yeah, but Jasmine, she didn't do domestic violence because she didn't hit Gino. She hit everybody else except Gino. But if she would have put hands on Gino, then it would have been a different story. You saw what happened with Angela, how and Angela was their favorite. They got rid of Angela because of the allegations of her and Michael, but Angela never got booked or never got arrested. That was
Yeah,
just hearsay.
you're basically you're echoing what we
Oh, okay.
a lot.
That's
No,
why
no,
I'm,
no,
I'm
not
mad
your
Yeah.
that I'm
fault.
late.
Well,
I'm
Not
mad
your
no,
that I'm
fault.
late because
I just wanted your opinion on that before we moved on, because
yeah, but I think they're just gonna probably let it cool down and then bring her back because she's a
Mhm.
favorite. But they can also spin it and just edit her out of everything and shelf her.
Yeah, they'll probably give her like an off season where we don't see her in
Or
that.
put her on Diaries like in two seasons from now. That she'll pop up on Diaries, or
yeah.
she
Mhm.
could just flip it and go on Love After Lockup.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
the same. It's the same company. It's
Yeah,
Sharp.
they'll probably put her on Love After Lockup and then document that. But I don't think they're gonna discard
Mhm.
her altogether.
all right. So, what's our next topic for tonight?
Okay, hold on, let me pull up the list. Um, we don't have to necessarily do it next, but next on the topic was like a other way recap. But maybe let's hold off on the other way recap. Do you want to do? I'll give you choose your own adventure two options. We could either talk about Loren Allen or we could talk about Summit. Send me a DM after I made a certain post.
Lauren.
I want to start with Sumit because I feel like the Lauren thing is gonna be no,
Yeah,
no
and because
offense.
I want to hear what Sumit has to say,
Yeah, let's do the
especially
Yeah,
Okay.
Summit thing.
with
I want to
Jenny's health issues and going on.
So,
right, and I feel like the Lauren thing is gonna be drawn out. So
It's gonna be herpes. What is it?
yeah,
The dirty girl
sure.
disease.
Well, let me. Okay, so we already know what's kind of anyway. You know the Jenny story, but then I had made a post. I had posted one of my tweets, and then when I checked my DMs, like the next day, Summit had DM me overnight. So let me read my tweet, and then I'll read you his DM, and then we'll go from there. So give me a second. Okay, so yeah, let me just read the shit. So I did a tweet. I said, anyway, I said theory. The reason Jenny won't fully speak on her health condition is this is just a Shabooty theory, is she's saving it for the next season of Diaries, NDA parentheses. And then I said, though in my comment section when fans have suggested she had a stroke, her response was literally fuck you to the fans. And then Summit jumped in my DMs, and I'll read this world exclusive because I haven't posted this like publicly aside from like maybe our member chat and Patreon, which y'all should join. So this is what Summit responded with like in the DMs because I had suggested possibly she's just holding the news for like Diaries. So this is what Summit said. This is world exclusive. He says, "Hi Shabooty, I hope you're doing well. There are a lot of things going on the internet about Jenny's health. We are not giving any updates because Jenny doesn't want any extra attention. It's not for Diaries, and it's not about any show or storyline for the show. It's very personal. I know your work, but I know it's your work, but the only thing I can say is keep Jenny in your prayers. When the right time will come, we will update it on social media too. It's my humble request to you and everyone. Thank you." So that was Summit's message.
oh, that's a little concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like saying there's something wrong, but don't bring light to it. Because
Yeah,
Mhm.
she doesn't want to. But I mean, everybody can see that there was something off about her, especially in this season. Everybody was saying it on Twitter that she seemed kind of slow and lackadaisical,
Mhm.
and we knew there was something up with her health. We were joking that she might be drunk or drinking and stuff like that because they found rum in her stuff, but there was something definitely off about her. And
Yeah, I don't think it's just drinking because
no,
Summit wouldn't
no,
send that.
I don't think we thought it was. We joke about it because they found the
Mhm.
rum and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
because we didn't know what was going on, right?
But then,
So
yeah, but then
now
her symptoms were more pronounced. Like,
Mhm.
they progress.
yeah, she was like really, really slow and really like out of it and confused. And you can see her hair is really, really thinning out. You can now see her scalp.
what
So
I'm wondering is it, do you guys think it's something serious? Like, because that's what I'm wondering, because her daughter has been very vocal and angry about,
Mhm.
what people are saying. And I've seen her online screaming and cussing on her posts, like about things. And it's like everyone is reacting in such a weird way, right?
Mhm.
I feel like if something not serious and we're making it we're blowing it out of proportion, the reactions from the family would be different. So I know they're trying to give us peace of mind, but they're actually making it even more concerning for me because they're almost making it seem like it's something much more serious than I even thought.
Well, it could even be that they're waiting to get proper tests and whatever done, because it could be that they don't even know that themselves what's going on
Mhm.
themselves at the end
Well,
of the day.
TLC is gonna monetize on that, so they're probably holding off on
Mhm.
a diaries of her.
Can I ask a random question? Like, I'm trying to remember. Well, and again, it's the sad story of Ben. We all know, but like, I'm trying to remember. Were they on Diaries when he was in the hospital at all, or no? With that?
No.
No,
No,
I don't remember him
Okay.
being on
no,
diaries. I know he was selling plasma on diaries,
Okay.
but
yeah.
True.
they didn't cover that part because he didn't know he had the cancer. That just crept up on him.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think with Jenny's situation, it, she could have probably had a stroke, and that's what
Mhm.
the
Well,
side effects of it are showing.
she's adamantly said it wasn't a stroke. Very.
Yeah. She said it wasn't a stroke, and then also she was flying back and forth. So that makes it so she probably didn't have a stroke, but.
I mean, she's
uh,
too young to start having dementia. I mean, dementia really, but I don't think it's dementia, but there's something off.
mhm.
And I think it
It,
could have been a mild stroke.
Oh, what? Yeah. There's like an acronym for like a.
it's
Uh,
called a TIA.
yeah.
What does that mean?
I sent it to the group chat
It's
too,
like
like a mild, like,
Well, I want to
yeah.
say like she adamantly said it wasn't a stroke, so I'm assuming mild stroke will be covered by not a stroke, right? Like I feel like if it was that, she wouldn't say it wasn't that, right? Or am I
Well,
crazy?
some people don't want to say like
yeah.
she don't want to come out and say, okay, I had a mild stroke or something, but
It's called a mini stroke. And I'm not saying she did have that, right, or anything like that. So again, don't come at me.
it's probably it's probably like thrombosis they call it, like
So so Gina, enlighten me here. What causes a stroke? What illnesses or process causes a stroke? Because I'm
It
not
can
familiar.
it can be stress,
yeah,
right?
it could be a
So
variety of things.
yeah, that
Oh, so
like basically it's called a transient eczemic attack. Not sure if medically, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. A mini stroke, it's a temporary blockage of the blood flow to the brain, causing stroke-like symptoms, face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and that's when you know it's time to call 911, obviously. That
Yeah.
resolve quickly, usually within an hour, but within 24 hours without lasting damage. A TIA is a critical warning sign for future major strokes requiring immediate emergency care.
Oh, now I understand why you said that because it doesn't have lifelong symptoms. So it could have happened and then you could go back to normal. Now I understand why you.
But it
Mm-hmm.
could be a premonition for a major stroke,
Yeah,
right?
Stroke and yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
it's probably like stroke adjacent.
hmm
Right.
we went from being lawyers to doctors now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love
it's
how
called Google Doctor.
I
But
love how quickly we get certified in different professions on this
yeah,
podcast.
this
Yeah,
is
We
we're TLC, the learning channel.
Lord, yeah, the
are,
more
we
you
are,
know.
right?
The more you
We
know.
we went from prosecutors to lawyers to jury selection to
To
dismissing
the arresting officer.
the arresting officer, and now we are diagnosing. Like I love how quickly we get degrees. If it was this easy, everybody would have a degree, right?
Right? You know how many people have faked being doctors and then finally they get caught after like a year, 2 years, and
And
they're
They're
and
practicing
applying for
medicine?
those stupid. They're
but
applying for those
Captain,
stupid ones on TV. Get your law degree, like on like the daytime TV shows.
but what's really crazy is a lot of I was just watching TMZ report on this fake dentist. He was,
Oh yeah, the fake dentist
but,
to the fake. Yeah, he was making a
but
lot of money.
Captain, did you see how amazing the teeth were that he did?
He was doing. I mean, people with money were going to him, like
But
famous
did you
people
see
stuff.
the end? Did you see the end result? Because that was my thing. Because I was like, this man does better work than
He
actually.
was doing stellar work.
I
He
was
was
like,
doing
if they
shit that,
ever
yep.
If
Yep.
they ever let him out, I would let him do my teeth. I don't
He
care if
was
he
he
had
was doing he was doing I mean, like I'm telling you, people with money were paying coming to him. He,
because it was, okay, so Gina, do you remember Mert from Love Island? That's how
Of
good
course I Mary. Of
yeah.
course I remember Mert from
that
Love Island.
He
that
definitely studied in some aspect of it,
well, yeah,
but
I
he
think
probably
that
couldn't afford the dental school or whatever, or he was probably like a dentist assistant and he saw because a lot of people are smart like that.
I
You just
think
got to see something being done and you learn it right away.
Well, right. I think he probably started out in dental school and then maybe dropped out and he had a full understanding of the process. There's a lot of
Mhm.
people, there's like nurses who, were nurses for or went to nursing school, got their certification and then never practiced, medicine. They're fully aware and could fully do the job. It's just not their profession. I think he probably learned the skill or like you said, worked in a dentist office and watched
Yeah, he,
someone
he
who did it.
definitely saw the work being done on a daily
Well,
Mhm.
basis
if
and
they
then
let
he
him
picked it up.
out, he's doing my teeth first. I'm first in
And
line.
he was charging money for them veneers.
But I would pay it
He
because
was charging 30 grand and up. And people were paying it because his work
Well,
was his work was excellent.
yeah.
by the way, JLP, did you know George has like OnlyFans swag attire now?
I saw that. I'm wondering what's going on,
Okay,
George. Anything you want to share with the class?
Captain, I was on Instagram recently and I noticed that there was an OnlyFans Christmas sweater.
Oh
And I was like,
Lord.
oh, wow, I like that. And I was talking on the phone with someone and I was like, what do you think about OnlyFans Christmas sweaters? And they were like, oh, I like that. I was like, I'm buying us those. And like, I'm buying us those. We're definitely doing OnlyFans Christmas photos. Like, that's what we're doing now. And I went online and they have like a little store, and holy shit, guys, there's like a whole merch line. So, unfortunately, my lack of self-control, I have now ordered the entire merch line. I have travel
Oh
luggage.
my
You have
god.
underwear, right? Like boxers or something?
I have the boxers, I have travel luggage, I have socks, I have hats, I have jackets, I have hoodies.
Oh my
Um,
Oh
god.
so yeah,
my
now every time I'm out in public, I'm gonna be wearing on. So everyone has
They're
been
gonna
switching up.
they're gonna think you're a
Yeah,
porn
they're gonna
producer.
think you're
God.
promoting it because
Yeah.
you're on there.
So everyone is swiping up, and they're like, "Are you on OnlyFans?" And what really surprised me was how many people were like, "What's your OnlyFans link?" Like they didn't.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
gonna think you're on OnlyFans. That's what I said. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I'm not at the moment.
Is anything George? Does George want to share anything with the class?
All right, I'll clear it up. I'm not on there yet, but I've gotten so much interesting information. Like people were like, "Oh, they would swipe. I didn't know you were on there. Can you send me the link? I want to subscribe." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
They want
What?
to. They want to see your bits and
I
pieces.
guess they do, right? And I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. But my favorite car is a G-Wagon, and then my second favorite car is a Range Rover. And if I got
Oh my
so,
god, that's my favorite car, the
I
Range
know,
Rover.
right?
Oh my
Look,
god, that's my dream
Maybe
car.
maybe Captain will join your OnlyFans if you just put the bathtub full of chicken
No,
nuggets.
yeah, and then you just like do a scene where you're pulling into the driveway in your Range Rover.
yes, yes, in my OnlyFans attire, right?
mhm.
I've seen a couple of your pictures in Insta, and you have an impressive line of designer bags, and
Oh,
You
that
and well, and then you could always talk to Rob on how to pose.
well, I
yeah.
know I know what pose I'm not doing. It's the
But
butthole prison.
hole,
Yeah, I'm not doing the. It was a very
God, we'll
aggressive,
get you. We'll get you a light up butt plug too.
yeah.
very aggressive
I don't want to
position.
know George like that, please.
Well, you don't have to subscribe, Captain. I'm just saying
I gotta support you.
if it happens, it happens because I got what I didn't expect was how many people swiped up and said, "Oh, I didn't know you were on there. I would like to see it. Where's the link?" And it was people that I know.
I
Not
don't want.
Mhm.
I don't want to know George like
so I don't
that.
Yeah,
know.
no. But question, George, I did send you another link to buy a Gigi Dancer hoodie. Did you get the Gigi Dancer hoodie?
No, I did not get to that yet. I am going to. I am going to. I didn't get to that yet. I was more focused on the OnlyFans stuff.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh my god.
but when we do get together, like I don't know, every time I try to get us together, everyone's very like not ready to do that yet. But I do want us to make sure we have the right merch. So I will be wearing a Gigi dancer hoodie when we all get together. I am planning a bunch of Vegas trips in the next coming months. So all of you guys are gonna have to come on one of those. I'm not gonna force you to come on all, but you are gonna have to come on one of those Vegas trips, and you're gonna have to have your merch. So, Captain, you gotta have your shirt with your catchphrase. Shabooty's gotta have his shirt that says "True." Like everybody has to have their merch. So,
Allegedly, that's
Like,
your t-shirt. Allegedly.
Or the fruit, either the front says true and the back says allegedly, or vice versa.
Yeah.
I'll just wear my OnlyFans link on my shirt. So,
Oh no. I
but
mean, if
no,
you had an OnlyFans link, I mean, for research purposes, I would have to. I would have to take a peek on
and
it.
you know what's crazy, Captain? Now I'm in a relationship now, so it's like, why would I do it now?
Right.
It's crazy because I've been single for so long. I should have been slinging dick pics a long time ago, right? Like, I don't know why I would think about doing it now, but
Exactly.
now that I know people want to pay for that. Okay, so here's a conversation that I had with someone that I'm gonna share with you guys that I shouldn't. So I was talking to someone and I was like, oh, I was thinking about doing OnlyFans because everybody wants to see it, and they were like, oh, you can totally do that. Just take pictures of your feet. So they're like, let me see your feet. So I showed them my feet, and they're like, "Oh my God, you have really beautiful feet. Do you get pedicures, manicures, whatever you call those, pedicures? I don't know. I've never done it." And I was like, "No, I just
pedicures.
pedicures." And I was like, "No." And they were like, "You actually have really, really, really good feet." So technically, guys, I probably will start on there, but
There's a big market for feet
it'll just be
fetish.
it'll just be my feet, guys. I'm not gonna probably show everything. Like I'm
You know
gonna
what you could do? You can put your feet on top of that big giant Louis Vuitton bag I saw you in a picture with. You can put
wait.
that and yeah, I
Do you
saw
think
you.
that? Do you think people would like that?
Yeah, because
I thought that I was. I
that's
thought I was.
luxury. That's luxury foot fetish.
I thought
Like,
that I was gonna have to like get mashed potatoes and put my foot in mashed
no,
potatoes.
you could just put your foot on one of your nice travel bags, one of those Louis that you got,
Oh, I have like
like that.
seven of them. I have
I
like
know. I
seven of
saw
them.
some of your pictures on Insta, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go to his house. This
I
is
am
not
very,
acceptable.
Not fair.
I am
You're
very,
gonna
I have a lot of
wreck
stuff.
his closet. You're gonna take away his closet. You're gonna use
I'm
his
gonna.
tub.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna eat
Find me.
chicken
He's gonna
nuggets.
find me in his jacuzzi. He's gonna find me his jacuzzi,
I
running up and down
don't,
his driveway with all his Louis Vuitton bags on me.
I don't even need that jacuzzi, by the way. But yeah, that's the OnlyFans story, guys. I
Mhm.
just tell y'all, and I will be posting a lot more photos in my OnlyFans merch. And the more people that say they want it, y'all are gonna convince me. I'm just gonna tell you, you're gonna.
So, are we gonna have another Knives Out if we run into your OnlyFans?
Oh my God, are y'all gonna leak me? I would be so
I
honored
would
if
support you, but for research purposes, I would have to look.
I mean, leak me. I'm totally fine. You know what happens when we leak people? They get like an influx of OnlyFans subscribers,
Mhm.
right? So leak
Yeah.
me. I would be
But
so honored.
hopefully, no, but hopefully it won't be like a Nico where like one of those sites like posts it up for free.
No, no, don't post it
No,
up for
George is too
free.
bougie to do anything for free.
No,
No.
I'm not saying he would do it for free, but Nico didn't want it up for free, but it was up for free.
Well,
Exactly.
I don't know how that happened, but yeah, all of her stuff was up for free.
That's pretty easy. You take videos or you take screenshots of what's being recorded and then you post it on a free website.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm gonna hire somebody to make sure that doesn't happen because you can't be looking at me for free. I am not a easy hoe. Okay, you gotta pay. You gotta pay for this if you want to be
So,
Well,
looking at
people
me.
do
okay,
pay.
I have a perfect segue. Speaking of easy hoes, should we talk about Loren Allen?
Yeah. Let's talk about Loren
Yeah,
Allen.
let's talk about Lauren. Let's see what's because you said last week you teased us. You were like Lauren has a life update, but I won't tell you until next week. So I'm interested in the life update.
Well, yeah, I couldn't wait in terms of like Instagram, so I did post the video. So, did you have a chance to watch the video yet?
I did watch the
I
video.
did.
So,
I want
yeah,
your
it's for the people that haven't seen it. It's like I have it currently pinned on my Instagram, but so there's a video of him talking, doing a life update. So long. I wish I had like the cliff notes of it, but like it was this whole long saga where he's talking to someone, some hobo or somebody, and then that person wanted him to buy them a van in Massachusetts, but then they ended up being homeless. And then Lauren thought they were actually in the Philippines, so he flew out to the Philippines or something. But then he ran into some other person, and then long story long, he's now in the Philippines, and he started a pancake stand, and he's selling pancakes in Philippines.
You got to get him back on this pod for a little bit.
I know.
So a pancake stand. So it's a pancake like a food truck food? Because
Like a crepe.
It seems kind of messy.
It's a crepe.
Yeah.
Like they have stands in France all over the place with French crepes. Like with Nutella and banana or Nutella and strawberries.
So people are just
like
walking down the street eating Nutella crepes. Like, isn't that a little?
Yeah.
That's like cotton candy, right? Like you just
Yeah.
like a hot dog
I
stand.
can barely text and walk without tripping over things. So people are eating like pancakes and walking. That's crazy. That's wild.
Well,
They probably
maybe it's
just
like
wrap them up like a little.
They
like a
wrap
little
them
hot
up
dog.
and then
Yeah,
you
like
go
a
to
little
the
hot dog.
park or whatever. Like remember I don't know about the Philippines, but I know in Europe it's very slow pace. You don't take your coffee to go. You sit down, you have your coffee, you go to the park or whatnot. It's not a to go type of lifestyle. It's embracing it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like
Shabooty, you got to reach out to Loren and get him on the pod for a little bit so we can hear about his stories.
I have a million questions already, and you just started.
I know. And you know, he got the craziest stories.
Yeah, like either way, I don't know. Maybe it's like I don't know if like pancakes are popular in the Philippines, but maybe when they see a white guy selling it, they get excited. But so he's back in the Philippines selling pancakes, and then I DM'd him, and then he'll start volunteering fun facts that I didn't even ask about. So one other fun fact he just volunteered in the DMs. He says, I think there's a local form of parasite, and that's why I'm getting really skinny. I can't explain it. So he has a local parasite that's made him skinny. That's another fact.
Why is he so random?
Can he send some of those parasites out here so we can use them?
I need I really need a parasite after these holidays. After these holidays.
Tell me about it.
If I'm going to be showing it all, I need a parasite. You know, I need a parasite.
True. So the other thing in the video, when he first started the video, he started the video off by saying like, I kind of got to be quick because they're going to take my phone away. So then everyone was trying to figure out like, who the fuck is they that's going to take his phone away? Like, why is he in a rush? And like, is his boss going to take his like phone away? So everyone was all curious. And then I also followed up with him on that fact. And then so his response was, this is quote Loren. It says Loren Allen. It says, an army of children. I said, well, my question was, who was going to take away your phone? And then his response was, an army of children. There is like 7 brothers, and they all have a stupid amount of kids on average. And there is 9 kids trying to steal everything you have. So it seems like anything he puts down on his pancake stand.
Philippines?
In the Philippines, they'll steal his phone. They'll steal anything around that's not locked down. So that's who he's worried about stealing his shit.
Wait, I have a question. Where does Brandon and Mary live?
Well, Philippines, but I don't know what city.
So you remember Brandon and Mary said that people kept breaking into their apartment and stealing their cell phone?
Mm-hmm.
And called their bluff and said that they were lying and they just wanted GoFundMe money. What if they weren't lying?
Well, I know in those countries like that, you got to really watch yourself because they have these little group of kids they call piranhas, and they surround you and they rip your pockets like with a blade. They slit your pockets and everything. By the time they finish with you, like your purse is
you don't have anything on you.
You don't have anything on you. There's a bunch of little kids. They act like they're begging. They act like they're begging, and when you go give them something, they swarm you. And by the time they back off, you have your pockets are ripped, your purse is ripped because they use blades to slice open your stuff and just take your stuff.
It's just like you get entertained, and the monkey, or like how these I forgot what show it was or what movie it was where a monkey was always stealing stuff. It's the same way.
Trained the monkey to
they train them, and like these kids do the same thing.
Yeah, they pickpocket.
What if Brandon and Mary were telling the truth and I dragged them for no reason?
No,
they were not telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
They were not telling the truth. They live in a remote location. If anybody's stealing, they're the ones that are stealing from people.
Exactly.
Yeah,
think of it like
a
bigger city.
Remember they lied about the cancer?
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so I have a question, Shabooty. Did Loren mention a love interest? Is he seeing anyone? That was one of my questions.
It was kind of confusing because it seemed like he was talking to someone that he thought that, well, I guess was in Massachusetts, but then he for whatever reason says, "Oh, I thought they were in the Philippines, so I just flew out there." But they weren't in the Philippines. But then it seems like he's working with someone on the pancake stand. So I don't know if like he got to the
How do
Philippines.
you go to the Philippines thinking that
I,
there's somebody there?
yeah, how do you
Just
go to the Philippines?
randomly. The ticket is not cheap, first of
I
all,
have never
Yeah.
flown to a country by mistake, thinking that someone
right?
there.
Or after a catfish. I mean, we've seen it done
Mhm.
before. Remember, we had a couple of those that flew to Ukraine looking for people. I
Oh, what's
mean,
his
Mhm.
name? David from David and Lana.
yeah, but at least David, I mean, that was the best, one of TLC's 90-day franchise best moments,
Best reveals.
best
It actually
reveals.
was. You're right.
That
Yeah.
was one of the best reveals because we were 100% certain that
That
he
That
was
was
that was fake.
I
yeah.
know. And rest in peace to David for being in that
Mhm.
legendary night.
But yeah, I'll have to get even more details from Lauren. But yeah, because it's very
No, no,
confusing.
no. Get him on.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got to get him on.
And I know he's in the Philippines, so it's gonna be a weird scheduling
Mhm.
issue because I think it's tomorrow there. But
Yeah,
if we
the
can make
time
it work,
difference.
if we can make it
True.
work, I would love to pick his brain because I just reposted our Lauren video from almost 2 years ago and
Mhm.
our interview, and I was re-listening to it, and it was so amazing. We sounded like so young and wet behind the ears too, which was
Yeah, when he came on the podcast, we were in
Mhm.
stitches. We were in stitches. Remember the story about the girl that jumped out the window or something like that, or threw her mother out the
Mhm.
window.
and
And
wasn't there somebody who threw cans of beans at him or
He
something?
has the
yeah,
craziest
like
stories.
I don't know if it was a Vietnamese woman or some shit,
Yeah, yeah. So
but
I would love to have
but
him
yeah,
back on.
but yeah, we've been Lauren's like biggest champions as far as like we want to see him come back on the show. Um, and I guess but TLC probably it wasn't having it. But I do want to add one other nugget, and this isn't. I'm not using this opportunity to like boast for myself, but this is more for Lauren. But like I want TLC to know this. Like so when I posted the Loren Allen video, I want to give some like stats on Instagram. So this is a Loren Allen video that I posted. So it got let's see, so it got 227,000 views. It got 3,500 plus shares and it got 1,800 likes. So I want TLC to know like there is a interest in Loren Allen, so y'all should bring him back.
Yeah, I know. I think he was eccentric, and you know what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
he was a wild card, and
Yeah.
his story. But he wasn't a bad person. He wasn't bad. He was just broke, and he wasn't
Mhm.
shy about it.
But
He
yeah,
was very open
he,
about.
like I'm also I'm trying to remember where I learned this, but he said like when they were filming, a lot of times he would just like walk out of his room, like
Yeah,
hotel room,
naked.
naked. So like maybe the like cameraman is like, I don't want to see this guy naked. So there's probably some kind of like with the production side, TL Sharp is like, oh well, if we bring Lauren back, we would have to tell all the crew like, hey, be prepared to see this guy
Listen,
naked.
TLC record those cameramen. They do my 600 pound life. They've seen
Hmm.
worse. They've seen
Well, yeah.
worse.
But is my 600 pound life like a Sharp show or no?
I'm assuming it is.
Well,
I'm
is Gina, do us a favor, look up
Let's
if
take a look.
I
my
don't
600 pound life is Sharp.
I don't think it
I
is.
don't think it is. So I feel like it's the Sharp people may not be as like used to nudity as
They
the
get all up in
my,
those cameras.
no, but I'm saying as a different production crew.
I
So
mean, they were filming the on what is it on the new 90 day? They were filming what's his name, Rick and the girl all naked, her lingerie and all that stuff. They filmed Jasmine doing worse, so
mhm.
I don't think they'll be too shy about Lauren walking around while they're filming, or they'll tell him to put his boxers on, of course, but it's not
Yeah,
like
well,
they're
they don't
gonna
want to have
show it.
like you don't want to have hot gonorrhea drip on your foot.
Yeah, it's not like they're gonna show it, his penis, but you know, and I'm sure
Mhm.
he'll do whatever they say because he's in it for the money. So if they tell him, listen, put your clothes on, he'll put his clothes on.
It's not sharp.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
not
it's not
sharp.
Sharp. So
It's Megalo Media.
mhm.
Oh, okay, okay.
True. Well, anyway, yeah, that's the Lauren thing. But the videos on my Instagram pin post. Go check it out. He's a wackadoodle, but I guess he's in the Philippines selling pancakes, and I don't know if it's with the same guy, Massachusetts, or a new backup guy because he always has some guy in his pocket. and they're selling pancakes, and he's worried kids are going to steal his phone, and he has a parasite, and he lost a bunch of weight. That's a poor man's Ozempic. So that's what he's up to.
Oh, and I wanted to clarify the reason why I was asking if he was in a relationship, because remember, he kept telling us that he can't just go and live in the Philippines unless he was there illegally. So I was wondering, how did he get there? Because he kept saying, I can't go there. I would have to go and live in someone's shed unless I was to get married. So I'm assuming he's probably living in someone's shed. That was why I was asking.
He's on the
I mean,
run. He's
you gotta
hiding.
apply. If you're gonna overstay your thing, you have to apply for a visa or something like that, special
Yeah.
visa.
Well, he had
Mhm.
to have had a visa because he entered the country. So I'm assuming he has one. But
Yeah, but you only get one for a certain amount of time. Like if you want to extend, like vacation is usually 2 weeks, but if you want to go for like 3 months, you gotta go to your embassy and extend your visa and say, listen, I'm gonna be here. And I think they make you like they say if you want to live there, you gotta apply for citizenship.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
have to provide like a source of funds and like
Right.
all
Yeah,
this
you gotta prove.
paperwork
You gotta prove.
that you can work there and live like without living with
Yeah.
like on
Well,
government funds.
well, yeah, he's gonna say I'm the pancake guy, so of course I can work here.
I'm the pancake seller.
all right, so
Yeah.
Djibouti,
Anyway,
you're assigned to getting Lauren on the show, and I'm working on getting all of the voice and audio drops that I have not delivered as promised.
Hmm.
We are both
It will be a Christmas present. It will be a Christmas miracle.
we are both on notice. So I'm gonna come in with my side of the bargain, and then you got to get Lauren back on.
sure, I'll work on that. So yeah, that's a Lauren update. Let me go to the next topic. So Forrest from like the new season, I get really annoyed because like I do like my memes and stuff, and like people get all butthurt, like, oh, you can't goof on him, he's like special needs or something. And I'm like, no, first of all, I'm not really goofing on him. And then second of all, like he has a good sense of humor and he kind of like he knows it's like a joke. And also I'm not trying to be mean. So anyway, like I actually like so I get annoyed when people leave those trolly comments for me. And then so I actually reached out to like Forrest himself. So let me just read you some of our like chat dialogue. So well anyway, he went to Burger King, he got like the SpongeBob meal. So that's when I posted his SpongeBob meal. And then this is what he said in the comment section of his SpongeBob post that I reposted. He says, "What can I say? I love the novelty of the item. In my weight loss journey, burger joints always know how to get me back." And then my question to him was, I was like, "You weren't offended by my post, right? It was lighthearted." And then Forrest responded, "Nope, not at all. I try to lose weight, and every time I get into a good rhythm, some cool looking item drops, and I just got to try it once because it looks cool, like the SpongeBob meal. It came in that box, and when you open it up, it had the treasure chest. It was nifty. I think," and he goes on to say, "I think you're an awesome guy, Shabooty. Even if you think I look like Peter Griffin, that had me cracking up."
Oh yeah, he does look like
Well,
Peter Griffin.
So you like the meme, and then my response was just like, "Thanks. Glad you have a good sense of humor. That is paramount in life." So the point is, yeah, he's Forrest has a good sense of humor. So to the assholes in the comment section saying like I'm out of line, you all are the dumb assholes that don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You know that pisses me off too because like we make jokes and stuff like that about people or whatever, and then you always get a comment or two.
a
Oh, don't say
Karen, a
that. Oh,
snowflake.
I've been called misogynistic. I've been called all kind of stuff, racist. People have told me all kind of shit, and I just let bypass. But a lot of people don't understand that once you put yourself on television, you're open to all kind of criticism, and you can't be mad that people are
Mm,
joking or saying stuff because you put yourself in that position. If we didn't make jokes, if people on Twitter didn't make jokes about stuff, could you imagine watching 90 Day Fiance without making one funny joke about somebody or
mm,
something? It would be like what show was that I was like I refuse to watch it because I can't joke about the person.
oh, the obese thing or something.
Dan-
No, it wasn't. No, I
Overly obese.
no, I go crazy on I used to go crazy on my 600 pound life. There was a show that I was like, I can't watch it because it's like church in here. It was really like a show. I'll think about it. But anyway, and everybody's like, "Oh, Cap, you're gonna watch this?" I was like, "No, I can't watch it because I can't make jokes." Oh, and there's also that Bailing Out Loud show that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sit this one out because people are gonna keep telling me, reminding me that she has Tourette's. But have you ever watched that show, like just in passing?
Captain, I'm gonna say this, and I don't care if people come from me or not. I have watched Balin out loud, and I'm just gonna put this out there. This is my theory. I think that Balin exaggerates her,
Exaggerates the thing, yes.
and I
And
think
you notice that all her ticks are the most dirtiest bad words.
yes.
Like,
I was watching one of her Instagram or TikToks, I don't remember now, and she was talking about her and her boyfriend. I can't remember his name now. They were getting engaged. And
I think it's Colin.
Colin, yeah, and she started out the video. She was like, "Me and Colin are getting engaged, or whatever." And then she was like, "Colin sucks dick," and I was
Yeah,
like,
everything she blurts out is dick. She was
"It's
like, "Get dick down in Dallas." In the
but
in the in
it's
the
also
in the
it's
therapy
also
session, she was like, "Get dick down in Dallas, dick, dick, dick." And some shit. And I was looking up at the TV, and I'm like, how come all her ticks are the filthiest profane words?
it's very like what's the word? It's not planned, but it's calculated, and they always, like you said, they're right on cue. And again, I don't know a lot about Tourette's, but I know that it's you have no control over what comes out of your mouth, and it seems like a lot of times she has control of what the tick is, and it always is funny. And I think that
Yeah.
capitalized on that because she was huge on TikTok before this show. She got the show because she was huge on TikTok because she would post videos
Yeah.
of her
Yeah.
tick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that she capitalizes on the fact that she can make people laugh. And again, I'm not saying that she isn't suffering from the disease or whatever. I'm not saying that, but I think that she has a little control over the things that come out.
She's medicated. She takes medication and stuff like that. That's what made her gain weight. So now she's on Ozempic. But it's weird to me that when she's in public, the ticks are super exaggerated. Like she'll say the dirtiest shit, and then she's got that. I got a gun. I got a gun. I got a gun. I got a bomb. You're in an airport, and of all the ticks, you got a bomb is the tick, or you got a gun is the tick. That's like making. They probably told her to say that, but I think she picks and chooses what she's going to tick about because everything that comes out of her mouth is about dick or balls.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, either she's getting a lot of dick,
I
or
think she is.
I think she knew she knows what plays well on TikTok or gets a lot of clicks and likes. So, I think she's playing it up on the show as well. Like, so anyway,
How did we get here? How did we
I don't
get
know, but I don't
because
want to
we're
change the
talking
subject.
about we're talking about a show which was Pamela and Jay that you said you couldn't watch.
Oh
Pamela
yeah,
and
Pamela and
Jay.
Jay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
how we
that one I
got
was
here.
like, I'm gonna sit this one out because
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
isn't Jay like a trans person or something?
Jay was
Yes.
trans.
I
He
think a
was a
trans
trans.
little person,
A
if I'm not
trans.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a
yeah.
trans.
Yeah,
And
But then it turned out to be a good story.
I watched their TikToks for a while after the show.
yeah. I think Jay was like a minority little person trans. So yeah,
It
a
was
lot
that
Yeah,
of
trifecta. What you can't not succeed with that trifecta, right? Like you,
that was it. And I was like, I think I'm gonna sit this one out because the intrusive thoughts take over sometimes.
Mhm.
yeah. I am a.
My intrusive thoughts take over sometimes. Like I posted something about the guy on 90 Day Fiance, the nose guy,
uh,
that he has the
Michael.
yeah, that he has
Yeah.
the nose. And then George was like, Captain No. And then I was like, you know what, let me take it down because he has no control over what happened to him. And then I'm gonna probably get a lot of hate towards it.
I did see your post, and I was like, no, Captain, we can't. Bad, bad.
Yeah, yeah, bad Captain, bad. So I took him down because
Just
yeah,
know, that's the
George is like, bad Captain, bad.
just know
Mhm.
that that's exactly what I was thinking too. But like you said, we can't always say what we're thinking because in this forum where we are, even though it's in our heads and it's a thought, we can't say it out loud.
Yeah, we can't let our intrusive thoughts take over. But also a lot of the people, they like the jokes. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
the way we drag people on the show, they like it. If people didn't like my jokes, I wouldn't have 14,800 followers.
Yeah, because like what's funny is like obviously all of us like we're real funny, and all of our memes are like have a lot of wit and stuff. So we toe the line like really well. But then it's like, but then you'll have regular Joe Schmo people who like will leave like they probably think they're funny too, but they'll leave like a comment, a nasty comment on a cast member's like comment section, and the cast member reposts it and say, "Well, who's this nasty ass fucked up comment?" But in their heads, they probably think they're funny, but they're just like nasty trolls. But we're actually funny, so we have a lot more leeway.
Yeah, we are very careful which line not to cross. Like we won't fat shame, or we won't, shame somebody with a disability. But we make light of, we make jokes, but we're very careful not to be specific on our jokes, So that's what keeps people laughing.
You think before you post.
Yeah,
but not in your case the other day, the captain.
Yeah, but then the other day, my intrusive thoughts got the best of me, and George had to reel me back in.
I was like, no, I saw it, and it popped up, and I was like, Captain, no, you cannot say that. Not in public.
But seriously, didn't it look like a naked man from behind?
Stop it. It did. Stop it. But I'm telling you right now, stop it. We can't.
I know, and I couldn't stop looking at it. And I was like, I see the torso, and then I see the nutsack. I was like, it looks like a man from behind.
I saw it too, but there's certain things that we just
But
can't.
then George was like, bad captain.
Yeah, I was like, I see the vision. I totally understand. But in our platform,
we can't go specific.
If you go after disabilities and deformities, we're entering into a different
we can't do that.
But I want to say Forrest is really right about, because I remember right around the time Crumble Cookie came about. Remember when they opened Crumble Cookie? I was working on getting sexy back then, and I was like going to the gym and stuff, and all of a sudden Crumble Cookie came around. And, like Forrest said, something happens and then you just fall off the wagon. Crumble Cookie is what happened to me. I was going there, I would want to say it out loud, but I was going there a lot. And that's...
Daily?
Wait, what?
Daily?
I don't want to say daily, but like, say for instance, Captain, I would go in there and I would buy like a 6-pack of cookies.
Listen,
so
between Thanksgiving and by the end of the year, I know that I'm going to I've put on weight, because my husband, he likes to patronize everybody at the job that comes. Oh, my daughter's selling cookies for Christmas. Oh, my wife is making banana pudding for Christmas to sell, because everybody's monetizing on the holidays. So every day, because he doesn't say no, and those are his friends, every day he comes with a different cookie basket. Oh, my friend's wife is making cookies, so I had to, help him out, and my table is full of different baskets of sweets, and he knows that is my weakness. Sugar is my weakness.
Captain, I have it at work, a huge table. Every vendor in our company brings something in, or we give like chocolates to our clients. The whole table was full the other day with a huge gift basket, chips and chocolates.
He bought the third basket. He bought it yesterday.
Well,
it looks like crumble cookies. These big cookies with a lot of marshmallows and shit inside.
I don't know what y'all are doing, because after Thanksgiving, I've lost. When I got back home from Thanksgiving, I had lost weight.
George,
I don't know what y'all doing, because I lost weight. When I got back home, I was 3 pounds thinner than when I left. So I don't know what y'all doing.
We're eating and we're eating and we're eating. And you know what it is?
Eating and drinking.
And you know what? Especially Latinos, we eat very heavy foods, especially for the holidays. We eat very heavy food.
True. May we get to the next subject, though?
Yeah. Let's move right along.
Lana has dropped some very important information in the chat. Anthony Joshua, the guy with 2 names, he just got a TKO on Jake Paul in the 5th round.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
I gotta go. I'm gonna have to go watch that, because
I want to see the video.
I hate Jake Paul.
I do.
I hate Jake Paul.
I don't watch sports, but I would watch someone get knocked out, especially Jake Paul. So thank you.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh my god, that was amazing to watch."
I'm a big boxing and MMA fan.
And they said that, and that's what happens when Jake Paul actually fights a real boxer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true too. This is true. And
Yeah,
maybe
he fought Mike Tyson, and I thought, you know what, this is bullshit.
well, Mike Tyson is no offense, but he's past his prime and he's not the Mike Tyson that we remember, so that's
Yeah.
not fair.
Okay, I'm watching the video on mute or whatever.
How the hell did you find it so fast?
It's on Twitter. I can send you the link, but hold on, I'm
Yeah.
watching it real quick.
That was
We live in a high-speed internet world, George.
I
Get with the
haven't even
program.
found it. I was looking and I was like, let me find it. Shabooty's like,
he like stumbled to his knee, and then the ref is like counting him out. Let me see.
Yeah,
If
Shabooty
real?
pulled a Gina.
but that's what I'm asking though. Did it look real? Because I feel like a lot of this stuff is staged.
Here, I'll send the link to everyone. I don't know if that's like the final ending or not, but it was. Let me just send you what I was watching. But if you watch it, try to mute it or something, so you're not. I'll put it.
So is everybody gonna
Oh, I think
tune
I found
in?
the one I sent. Hold on. The one I sent just now isn't the final one. Hold on, let me watch this real quick. Okay, hold on.
Since
I'm
you're
gonna-
watching that, can I ask a question? Is everybody gonna be
Oh.
watching that Surviving Amish?
Oh, I want to watch that. That looks interesting. I think I'm gonna take a peek in there.
I don't know what that
Sure.
is. What are we?
I
It's a
sent
new
it to
show
the
coming
group
out.
chat.
There's a new
Oh.
show coming
I'm
out.
sorry. When it was in the group chat, I'm sorry, guys. I've been MIA. I think you guys know what's going on with me. I've been a little MIA.
Yeah, you've been
I'll
traveling a lot.
resend it
too.
again. Anyways, the plot is basically where they take non-Amish people that
Mhm.
want to be Amish
Well,
and bring them into the compound.
And you
Why
gotta
would
live
they-
without.
Taking
You gotta
compound.
live like Amish with all your luxuries of cell phone, TV, this
but
and
I
that.
Yeah.
have a question. Why
Mhm.
would a non-Amish person want to be Amish? That's like someone that doesn't have cancer. Like I want to get cancer.
Like I feel like if I watch that show, I'm supporting Shekinah, so I guess I shouldn't watch it. Oh,
No,
Oh.
it's not that want to be Amish. I think it's like a kind of a survivor.
Yeah.
Can you live this way for 30 days?
Oh,
Something like
yeah.
that.
Oh, I understand. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
surviving R. Kelly. It's like, can you live with Diddy for 2 days? Like, I get it now. So it's how much can you take?
Yeah, can you
Exactly.
actually, if you
Find-
had to live like this, can you live
Like
can
the
you do this?
lifestyle.
Mhm.
And George, there's an African American in there too.
Oh yeah, I saw him. He's in the preview.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that weird that there's a African American?
I'm just saying they're not discriminating. Like
Mhm. But by the way,
You know what? Now
we're-
that you said that out loud, I don't think I've ever seen an African American Amish person.
right?
they-
That's why
they-
I'm just like,
They don't.
wait, what?
I've never seen one, and I live in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
where this is Amish country.
by the way, and not to jump around, but I posted the boxing links in the Patreon and in our group text. So
Thank you. I'll watch it on mute and I'll shut up now and you guys can talk.
No, we're gonna do. You know what? Let's watch the surviving Amish thing so we can add it to our cast, because a lot of people are gonna watch it because it's like you
know
live
what
this way.
you know what I don't know what about are you gonna watch like the return of what is it what's what was that TLC show where people are like My Sweet or something Addiction?
Oh, My Strange Addiction.
Strange Addiction. Yeah, My Strange Addiction. Are you gonna watch that? That's coming back.
I thought it already aired. Did it not air already?
I don't know. I just know it's bad. It's newly
That's like,
back.
yeah, that's one of those like My 600-Pound Life shows that we just make comments on, but I don't think it's podcast worthy because it's
Material.
never the same. Yeah, it's never the same person.
Mhm.
With these shows, like Surviving Amish and 90 Day, we follow the journey of that particular person. The other show, My Strange Addiction, there's going to be different people on every show.
Every episode or
yeah,
every
we're not.
thing.
That's
Mhm.
yeah, we won't be able to discuss it because people will forget.
I want to figure out what production company did the Amish show.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
True.
Yeah, we gotta
Wait, the ones that already aired or this one that's coming up in January?
Yeah, the Surviving Amish, the
the
new one that's coming
Amish
out.
one.
Yeah, okay. I'll figure it out.
The new
True.
one that's coming out, because that's going to be very interesting to see people give up their comforts to live
Mhm.
You know what
like
that
in the
reminds
dark
me-
ages.
Remember that reminds me of? Did you notice there's a show on the air? I don't know the name of it, but it's where people go to train to be like special agents, but it's like celebrities and they go and they,
Oh,
you know what I'm
wasn't
talking
wasn't
about?
the dude wasn't the didn't have I don't know if it's the same show, but didn't it have the TLC guy, the Seeking Sister Wives guy or something, or
Yes, the
Oh,
husband
with Cody.
Cody.
Cody? Yeah,
I think it's called Special Forces.
It's called Special Forces because I hear it on another podcast. Sarah Ferguson, she loves
Sarah
Sister
Fraser.
Wives.
Sarah
Sarah
Fraser.
Fraser. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't sit through Cody doing anything.
Well,
All
just
right, all right.
that
Let's
other
get back.
show.
Let's get back to the topics though.
Yeah, because I gotta end early today anyway. My husband was very upset with me last week because I didn't do the pod and he didn't get to hear the strip club reviews.
Why not? You can listen to the playback.
So I told him where to go, and he went and he was listening to the strip club reviews.
True.
Yeah, you can listen to the playback. You can always.
He's like,
There was I think I texted it to y'all. Let me find the text real quick. There was another example of that. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
oh yeah, somebody's husband likes
Yeah,
the strip club
let me read that
reviews.
message real quick. This is from like Brandy. She says, I made my husband listen to strip club reviews last night. About an hour later, he asked, quote, do they have more strip club reviews? End quote. Not me going back and finding more for him all night, laughing my ass off.
Yeah, he
Oh,
likes that part. He
that
fast
is.
forwards to that part.
I mean, that is. I don't want to say the best part of the show, but it's a highlight. And I didn't realize that I was not the only one that goes back and skips through episodes and listens to the strip club reviews again. But I do that. Like I'm in the airport a lot, so I'll be bored, right? And sometimes like my friends or whoever I want to talk to might be at work or they can't talk to me while I'm sitting there. And I'm like going back and I'm like going and I'm like, I'm gonna listen to strip club reviews from like 3 months ago. Like I didn't realize
Yep.
that I was even
Same. And then I start laughing to myself and I look like the crazy person.
You know what the one I need to go? I think my favorite one of my top three. It was the one where like they were dancing in like in a barn or something, and then
Yes. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
the barn one. Yeah.
and
I've
I couldn't
never
stop
laughed
laughing.
so hard. I could not stop laughing so hard.
I think that's my favorite one, probably because that one I like couldn't read it without laughing uncontrollably.
One point there was like dead air because we were trying to breathe because we were like laughing so hard.
Yeah.
I just listened to it the other day again.
If you know the like episode number,
I will
let
find the
us know.
episode number.
True. Yeah, let us know. Okay, no, let's get back to the topics because otherwise we'll be here till like 2 a.m. I guess the next thing we don't have to spend too much time on it, but we never really did like the other way recap. So let me just see if I did any tweets about the other way.
Fuck, I can't remember what happened.
Yeah. Let me see if I did any tweets.
Well, that's with Luke and the girl, right? The other way
Yeah.
that she might be pregnant or she is pregnant or something like that. The little monster girl.
I have some
Madeline.
I don't know.
Oh, share insight, George.
I don't know if y'all want to know the answer to the pregnancy.
Oh, she's pregnant, isn't she? Whenever you start a conversation like that, I already know what direction's going.
I have guaranteed 100% certainty on whether or not she's pregnant. Do you guys want to know, or do you want to wait? And like, I don't know what you want.
I'm gonna
Or do
guess.
you want to guess?
I'm gonna guess she's not.
Okay, Shabooty says she's not pregnant. Captain, do you think Madeline is pregnant or not pregnant?
I think she's pregnant.
Okay, one for pregnant, one for not pregnant. Gina, you're gonna be the tiebreaker here.
I'm gonna say she's pregnant because if you had said, oh, if you didn't say, oh, I have some news about that, and the way it sounded, it would be like, oh no, she is pregnant, because you would have just said, nah, she's not pregnant and moved on.
Oh, I that's an interesting observation. So I got information because the tell-all was filmed recently, and I got information that Madeline was not pregnant and is not pregnant.
Oh, Shabooty T was right.
Yes!
Oh, thank God.
She was bloated and had diarrhea, guys. She was not pregnant. There was no baby. There will be no tiny Lukes and Madelines.
So then that goes back to the people thinking that she's trans
Oh
because
my God, you're right. Now people are gonna say
I
she
posted
obviously wasn't
because
because
that's what I
Mhm.
posted. I said, you know, she probably is pregnant, and I said because that will put the is she trans, chatter to rest because everybody that sees her thinks is a dude. I mean, it looks like a dude to be honest.
Mhm.
So I said if she's pregnant, that'll put the rumors to rest. Finally, she's just a
um,
very unattractive girl. But now,
Mhm.
if she's not pregnant, they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, yes, she's
True.
definitely trans."
Okay, I was going through my tweets. I think I only did like one tweet, and it wasn't even anything impactful. It was literally when Jenny says, "There's just no way I'm going to be able to handle all this." And then I tweeted, "Poor stressed out Jenny. No wonder she's having health issues." So there was that. Oh, and then I skimmed around and watched some of Diaries, shockingly.
I watched
Oh,
some of Diaries.
wow.
I
I
watched
watched
a
it
little bit of
too.
Diaries too.
Yeah, so they had Tyray getting his procedure, and his official procedure was hold on, L-
le-
laparoscopic,
lepros lep leproscopy.
Liposaucic,
Laparoscopy.
laparoscopic
What?
vertical sleeve procedure.
A laparoscopy
I
vertical
heard
sleeve
leprosy.
procedure.
I heard
You
leprosy.
heard leprosy? What the
Yeah,
I
I
made a
was
fuck?
comment about his haircut. Like, what the fuck was he thinking?
Oh yeah, yeah, you talking about his haircut? Yeah, it looked like his like sister had
Like
cut
he
it for
did
him.
it he did it himself.
Hmm.
he might have. I mean,
It did look like he did it himself.
he accidentally dated a guy for a while, so he might have.
Hmm. So yeah, anyway, I had like Tyray
No,
getting his
didn't the girl turn out to be real? The one he was talking to in
well,
Barbados?
the girl was like a cam whore chick,
Yeah,
That she met up with him, yeah.
but
but she wasn't behind the count.
yeah, there was. Oh my God, Captain. Let me summarize it. Okay, so the girl was a cam girl that a guy was using to catfish people.
Okay, yeah, I
So
remember that.
she would make exclusive content, like she would say Tyray in the video,
Yeah.
but she was never actually talking to
It
Tyray.
was it
I-
was a hustle. It was a scam.
Right, right. It was a
Yeah, I
side.
remember that.
So she was helping him catfish people. So yeah, the guy was the one that was actually having conversation with Tyray and taking all the Tyray.
Hmm. And
He's
then
still a virgin.
He is.
He's
Is
still a
anyone
virgin.
surprised that he's still a virgin?
I'm surprised he's still a virgin.
I mean,
yeah, because I know I'm surprised no 90-day groupies didn't holler.
I know.
There's a lid for every pot. But I think he's very shy, so he doesn't
It
have like
was
yeah.
somebody on Twitter was being an asshole. They're like, and again, I don't agree with this, but they're like, man, they're like, he has no personality and shit.
He's just shy, like around.
Hmm.
We saw how he was around girls and stuff. He
Yeah.
has to build his self confidence up a little more. He gives us too
I mean,
much.
I'm gonna say because I've hung out with Tyray in person, and we did events and stuff together. And I'm not gonna say that he does have a personality. He has a very soft personality. Like he's very friendly.
Yeah,
He's also very quiet and like you said,
Hmm.
shy. So like when we would like for instance, one of the nights that we were hanging out, we were on Santa Monica Boulevard, we were bar hopping. And you know how when you bar hop, if you bar hop with me, we gonna have a really, really good time. And Tyray was there, and there were times where we forgot he was with us, and we would leave him in a bar because
George!
he was just not
George.
vibe. Like how I don't know, you don't know me because you don't bar hop with me, but like we get our drinks, we dance, we act crazy, and then we go to the next bar and we do the next. And I remember at one point we had bar hopped a couple of times. And I looked over at Angela and I was like, Angela, where's Tyray? And she was like, oh my God, we left Tyray like bars ago. And we had to go back and
You are the
Well,
Regina
That's like for
George.
Yeah, that's like forgetting your baby at
I felt
in the
horrible.
supermarket.
so
But
when you went back though, like
oh
you
yeah, we
found
went
him, what was he
back
doing?
and
He was just probably just
he was
sitting there waiting.
sitting in the corner.
Like
Like
he wasn't in a panic that his friends disappeared. Like I would be in a panic.
no, but here's the thing. He is Tyray. He was on 90 Days, so he was talking to some people. Like he was totally fine. Like we didn't
Okay.
it wasn't like we lost him and he was like a lost child. He was totally fine. He was at the bar talking to a bunch of people that recognized him from the show.
And
Okay.
you know what? And you knew that he was gonna be right there when he came back. He wasn't gonna move from there.
No, because
Yeah.
okay, well, yeah, he has a little bit of fame that helps him meet people. So he has that going for him. But if he didn't have the fame and it was just Tyray in a corner and no one to talk to, and then he was with, and if I was in his shoes and my friends disappeared and I didn't know where the fuck they were, I would be like panicked. I'd be like, where the fuck did you go? I'm going where y'all are at.
Yeah, I probably try to go find, my friends or whatever, but he's the type of person that he'll just sit right there waiting for you to come
He's
back.
he's like a lump on a log or
You
something.
have to do a head count before you go to the bar and after,
No,
like when
you
you
know what you
leave
do
the bar.
if you hang out with Tyray is like in your posse, you gotta slip your like AirPod in his pocket or
I was gonna
what's it called
say
Air tag.
air
an
tag in
air
his pocket.
tag.
I mean,
George.
don't worry, guys. We all arrived together and we all left together, but there were times in the night where we did not know where he was. But
But
at
how
the
you
same,
forget, not to fashion, but how you forget the biggest person in the posse?
because Captain, what I'm trying to tell you, he wasn't always like with the group. Like when we
He
went
was
to a
not as
club,
social as you are.
right?
So I gotta say this. So like, so how do you like if I'm with you, whether I'm your, like, don't you before you leave say, hey Tyray, we're gonna hop to the next spot? How do you just like leave without saying anything to him though?
Yeah,
Like I feel like y'all are like coming for me right now. Like
we are. Knives out, bitch.
I
Knives
mean,
out.
It's like,
look.
yeah, you left the baby in the store.
So when we go into a bar, we're counting on people knowing who we are because we want free drinks. So we go into the bar, and then when our appeal wears off, we'll hop to another bar, right? So we will be in a bar, and also, I don't know if you've been on Santa Monica Boulevard, but it's literally like bar next to bar next to bar next to bar next to bar. It's like endless bars. So like we
Yeah.
go into a bar, and immediately we don't feel the vibe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we might have been in there 10 minutes. We might not have even ordered a drink. Like, usually we'll walk in and somebody will be like, let me buy you a drink and we'll talk. So it's not necessarily like we would go on the dance floor and we would dance and we would, vibe and see if anybody wanted to talk. And not, we would just hop over to the next bar. And we didn't leave him in the beginning of the night. It was like as the night progressed, as we were drinking.
You
More
were
alcohol. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't.
Unexcusable, George.
But I have to say though, we immediately noticed a couple of bars later that we were like, huh, I don't see Tyray in here. And we looked at each other and we were like, but did we tell him we were in here? And I was like, oh shit, no, we didn't say anything. So it's
so
not necessarily
did you go back and get him?
we did.
Mm-hmm.
And he was right where you left him.
He was. He was. Yes, but guys, I feel
George,
like
if someone did that to
But
you, you'd be
was
pissed.
yeah, we know, but was he annoyed that y'all bounced without saying
no.
anything?
See, that's the thing. He wasn't even mad. He was like, oh, I figured y'all
Y'all
um
come back.
we would come back, because he was
Mm-hmm.
talking to people and, because people recognized him and he was talking to people at the bar and everything. Cause he wasn't even upset, which made it better because we thought we were going to get back and he was going to be upset. He wasn't upset. And like I said, Tyray, he's a teddy bear. He's the nicest guy. I've hung out with him many, many times. And I just talked to him the other day, actually. And he's
Mm-hmm.
a really, really cool guy. He's fun. But when it comes to going out and having a really good time,
Yeah, he's not he doesn't have confidence. We saw that on the
Yeah.
show. Like he's not the type of person to just go up to people
To
and talk.
approach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
approach people and just have a conversation. Like he's in his circle and
Yeah.
he tries not to be noticed because he's not confident with his weight. Hopefully now that he lost the weight, he'll gain more confidence.
yeah,
True.
yeah.
Okay, and then another person that was on Diaries was like Misha was on, and then I tweeted, I said she's pretty, but I forgot that Misha's a hardcore Bible thumper. So then on Diaries, they set her up on like a blind date. Well, she went to like a date. It was for you could tell it was done for Diaries. Like she wouldn't do this if it wasn't for Diaries. But she went to those like matchmakers that are like you have to pay a lot of money
Yeah.
to, like a famous, not famous, but an expensive like matchmaker. So she went to there, and then the lady like had a profile of a guy. So then she went and met the guy on a date, and they went to like a pumpkin patch. She had like long hair, and she's
Yeah,
all
like,
worried that he was wearing a wig. But they
yeah.
had some kind of chemistry, and they went on a date and went well. So that was Misha pretty much on Diaries.
Yeah. I
And
don't think they should bring her back. And they had
well, I was gonna.
Patrick and his neurotic girlfriend on there.
Oh,
And she's like over jealous
not Patrick, it was John, right?
John. I get them confused.
Before we go there, I think Shabooty, you already know this, but Misha is more than likely not coming back because Misha is married.
Yeah, I knew that from you, I think.
Yeah, so she probably won't be coming back after this because I don't know where they would fit a married person onto.
Mhm.
But she's been married for quite a while. I knew because when I was told this was probably
Well, then she got married as soon as the other guy went back to Israel.
no. This was like this past summer.
I wonder if it's the guy from Diaries. Does her husband have long hair?
No, he looked kind of young for her too.
No, it's not the guy from Diaries. But
True.
all right, so background information: she was with her husband, not currently her husband, but she was with her man when she filmed Diaries.
Oh, just to be on Diaries?
Yes, yeah, she was already, and they already had a date set.
Because you could tell the guy that she was with on Diaries, they just didn't match. Like it was just,
Yeah.
he was not.
Oh, by the way, this wasn't on my sorry to like totally. Let me just crowbar. This is totally derailing the show and crowbarring in it, but it wasn't even on my topics list. But did you, speaking of like being with some dude, did you see that Lindsay is pregnant from like Love After Lockup?
Yeah, she's pregnant, but her kid is. They took her kid away. Her CPS
Yeah,
took her kid away.
they're teenager or
Her
whatever.
teenager, yeah, removed her
Oh,
from the home because the daughter was having a relationship with her husband's son.
whoa, for real?
Whoa,
I didn't.
what?
Yeah.
I knew about her being pregnant,
But
but
I
I
don't think that's why they took her away.
No,
Though.
because they were
Oh, what show is this? Because I
Love
need to
After
start
Lockup.
watching.
they
Oh, I
were
gotta
after
start watching
lockup.
this.
they were getting into fights over that situation because the
So
girl was dating Lindsay's husband, whatever the guy she's pregnant with. He has a son her age, so they were having a relationship, and then that's when everything blew up. And then she
Mhm.
sent her back. The CPS took her away, and she went back
Yeah.
to the
But
grandmother.
anyway, yeah, she's dating a dude that always wears a cowboy hat, and now Lindsay's pregnant with another baby. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like she just wants to stay in the spotlight. Like she doesn't want to
Mhm.
let it go because she's always. I'm impressed with her turnaround. She got a degree. She did all of this and that, but I really didn't like her on the show, and I don't want to see her again. But Love After Lockup will find somewhere to stick her in there somewhere.
Yeah, they're because didn't they do that like weird documentary
Yeah,
spinoff or
yeah,
something with
yeah,
her?
oh yeah, where they talked about how they became a felon or
yeah. It's
yeah,
how
Yeah,
they got into the life of crime. I'm like,
which
we already know that part. We don't care
well,
about that.
yeah, it kind
sure.
of you remember I think in maybe MTV, maybe it was VH1, it was called My True Crime Story where people would come on and they would tell their crime
Yeah.
story. It was basically a ripoff of that show where they would go back and say how they got how they got into the life of crime, how things went on. But yeah,
Mhm.
I didn't see the purpose of that because like you said, it was backwards. We should have watched that first.
Quick question. You know that we always theory or whatever.
Theorize.
That when we see somebody back on Pillow Talk is because they're coming back to the show. Do you think Yolanda and Caesar will be back on Love? What is it, Love Island or The Single Life?
Oh, you mean
Hunt for Love,
Hunt for Love?
Hunt for Love, or The
Oh,
Single
it
Life?
would be. I don't know, but it would be funny to see Caesar on Hunt for Love. I will say.
Um, because you know when they bring them back, that means
Mhm.
they're gonna reappear.
Yeah, I do believe that Yolanda and Caesar are coming back.
Are
Um,
coming back, right?
yeah, I have heard that they were in talks of doing a show, the same show. I'll put it.
But you know what I find crazy that TLC, because Caesar he was okay, whatever, but they don't check their social medias and stuff like that because he had posted some offensive stuff.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
he had posted
What?
some offensive stuff, and a lot of people saw that and they were like, "Oh, I used to like him until I read his saw his post."
Hmm.
Well, maybe
And
this is the effect that we were discussing with Veronica. They just wait until enough time has passed and hope that you don't remember.
Hmm.
but that's kind of like
I
okay.
don't remember though. What was the post about? You know,
Didn't he say something about like I only like white women or some shit? I don't know.
Yeah, he said something. I have it somewhere saved. I'll send it. But it was derogatory towards black women.
what? I don't remember that. So he
Hmm.
He was derogatory to black women. But I find that crazy because remember the little Russian girl, remember that her pussy had Wi-Fi? Oh, her song was "My Pussy Got Wi-Fi." What was her name?
Mhm.
That she was a little
Elena?
person. She was a little
Elena.
person. Remember, they didn't even let her finish the season because she posted some
Yeah.
racist shit.
Yeah, and the stuff that she posted was years old. It wasn't
Yeah,
even.
we talked, not to be rude, but we talked about this. So we're going in circles. Okay, let's go to the next topic.
Yeah, I talked about all this shit in the half an hour that I was missing.
Yeah, the half an hour we talked about all this shit. I swear to God, I'm not even being a dick.
Damn, I'm mad.
Right, George?
Yeah, we did.
George,
We
correct?
did.
Yeah, we did. Because I remember saying my pussy has Wi-Fi tonight, and that's not something that I
And
use.
I'm like, how is this little person being brought up again?
Yeah, we already talked about all
in
this
half
shit.
an
You
hour.
That's why I
know,
got to be on time. No,
you know us. We can revive anybody's career. Look at what happened with Nico. We can revive it. All we need is 15 minutes and a microphone. We will revive something.
And then speaking of trying to revive something, so Jenn, our friend of the show, Jenn Bocher, I don't know how you pronounce her last name. She is flying back to India again, and she said she's going to meet up with Rishi again.
But didn't he get married?
Yeah, but then didn't he also allegedly, didn't the wife post like DV type shit for Rishi?
She did.
After he had that 7-page invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember her posting a lot of stories saying that there was a lot of alleged abuse or whatever. And I don't remember seeing any mugshots of Rishi, so I'm not jumping on any.
Well, we can't get mugshots from India.
Why not? Who said?
I don't think they have the same kind of mugshot system that we got.
But the internet exists in India, right?
True.
I mean, I don't think he was arrested, but I don't know the whole.
This is the new wife posting that stuff.
Yeah.
This was and Captain. This wasn't even. They got married, and this was like, I don't want to say almost immediate, but very very quickly after they got married, this came out.
Yeah, that wife was weird because she seemed like a attention whore because like I was the one. We've talked about this a million times, but like they were planning on getting married, and then I spilled the tea on their like wedding before anyone knew about it, and then I posted the like wedding invite, and then the bitch like copyright struck my wedding invite post. So because she probably wanted to keep it under wraps, so it's like a surprise, but I ruined their surprise. So anyway, when Jenna gets back, or Jenn, I'll have to get an update to see how her India trip was. But
well, my question is, why is she going to see Rishi? Is there going to be something
like I don't know why she's going to see Rishi, but why she's going to India is because supposedly her mom wanted for her whatever 70th or whatever birthday, she wanted to visit India, so she's taking her mom to visit, and then while she's there, she's going to run into Rishi, I guess, because I guess they're still friends apparently.
And I got a feeling we're going to see that on some diaries.
But no, I remember seeing somewhere recently that Jenn was in a relationship. So that was what I was wondering.
We're going to see the visit to India on diaries.
But if she has a man, why is she going to see a man?
Well, they probably, just to keep us
the
updated.
same way Misha had a man, she went on a date with a man.
Exactly. Just keep us updated.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that was that. Next topic. Carmen Electra is apparently a huge 90 Day Fiance fan, and she's friends with Darcey and Stacey, and they sent her like House of 11 gear so she could post on her social media. So that video is on my Instagram as well. Carmen Electra, famous for dating Dennis Rodman and Prince.
I mean, excellent promotion. Darcey and Stacey are geniuses. Get Carmen Electra to wear. I mean, Carmen Electra isn't the Carmen Electra we remember 20 years ago, but she's.
That's what I was like, she's still alive.
Oh, she's using all the filters like Darcey and Stacey.
She does.
I remember her from the 80s or something like that.
She was on Baywatch.
She was on Baywatch with the other one, Pam Anderson, right?
I watched her on TV, so it couldn't have been the 80s because I wasn't born. But I do think it's weird that this is the first time that we're hearing about her being a 90 Day Fiance fan. Like, how is she a huge 90 Day fan and we didn't know that? Because, we found out that Chrissy Teigen was a huge fan. We found out that Drake was a big fan. Rihanna, like we heard about this. So I was like, oh, so you're a fan and a huge fan and we're just hearing about it. It makes me wonder if she is actually a fan or if she's like a bandwagon fan.
Or like she's like a paid influencer to promote their gear.
Well, that's my thing. I was like, did she meet Darcey and Stacey and they convinced her to help with their brand? And now in order to do that,
but if you want somebody to help with your brand, you got to find somebody that's relevant. Because half of the people that watch the show don't even know who Carmen Electra is. I mean, we do because we're older, but
Well,
Mhm.
the demographic for the show, I think people who watch 90 Day historically fall into a category that would know who Carmen Electra.
Yeah, we're older.
The
We're,
younger,
Yeah.
well,
we're
like you
younger
said, the
crowd.
younger kids will be
Yeah,
like,
the Love Island people wouldn't know
Yeah, the
Carmen
Love
Electra.
right,
Island and
right.
the Below Deck and Love Island people wouldn't know.
But if she's truly a fan, Shabooty, I'm gonna need you to, post about her and get her on the show. If she's
Yeah,
really
if she's truly a fan, she'd be a fan of us as well. So
well, that's what I'm saying. If she's a huge fan and she's never liked one of your memes, I question the validity of that. Because a
yeah,
big 90 Day Fiance fan would have seen one of your memes and they would have liked one of your memes.
yeah. Don't worry, I'm on top of it. I'm fishing to see if she'll respond to one of my comments or
You
something.
know a good way of knowing if she's lying or not? Go on her page and go to Gina, you can probably do this and see who she's following. And if she's only
I'm already like 3 steps ahead of
Mhm.
you. I'm already doing that.
but if she's
Yes.
only following Darcey and Stacy and nobody else, then
Yeah, and is she following the official 90 Day Fiance account
right.
or
Then this is all a hoax. Because I was like, if
yeah?
you're really a fan, you would follow Gino, Jasmine.
Hmm.
Um, what's another one? What guys? Let's have this conversation. Who's the must follows of the 90 Day franchise? Because I was actually thinking about this recently. If you're
Hmm.
Mm.
actually a fan of 90 Day Fiance, who are the people that you have to be following, or you're not really a fan?
Well, the
Even though
most
he's like a douche, I guess Big Ed. I don't
Big
know.
Ed, those are the people that have impacted the viewers the most will be
Hmm.
Angela, Big Ed,
Yeah, Jasmine.
Jasmine, the nut job Jasmine, um, who else? Natalie. I mean, I don't know if Natalie will be classified as following her, but those are the big impact.
Tiffany.
Oh
No,
Maybe.
and
yeah, I was
Fisa
gonna
and
say,
Fisa and
and
Fisa.
Kimbali, I think there's a certain handful of people that if you really are a fan, you
Hmm.
would follow those people. So Gina, that's how we're gonna know if Carmen Electra's lying or not. If
What
she
do you
only,
guys think?
I think she only follows Darcy and Stacy. That's just my thought process.
Yeah, she probably
Okay,
doesn't watch the
I'm
show.
in agreement with George.
She probably doesn't watch the show. She doesn't know shit
Captain,
about. She doesn't know shit about the show.
what's
She
your vote?
she follows Stacy and
Yeah, I
Darcy.
think we're all saying the same
Yeah,
thing.
I think
We're
we're
on the
all
same boat?
She
yeah,
don't know shit about the show.
we're unison here. I think we're unison.
Okay, well, your predictions are correct. She does not follow Angela, Tiffany, the 90 Day Fiance page at all.
And guess we were right again. Two
We
for
were
two.
right again. I feel like our track record is impeccable,
I
right?
know, right?
We
Because
know
I
we
just
know we know our shit.
I mean, you can't piss on my leg and tell me that it's raining. I've been liking this show and following this show for too long. So is it weird that when someone comes to me and they're like, "Oh, this person is a huge fan," I can look at that person and be like, "No, they're not."
Yeah, I bet they just like ran into each other in Miami, and then they're like, "Let's exchange information." Then I'll send you some clothes, and maybe you could like share it on Instagram.
I think you're 100% accurate. That's
Yeah,
exactly what went down. That's exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They send. I mean, if you're gonna send your swag to people, send it to
Hmm.
relevant people. You know.
Well, they didn't run into anyone relevant, Captain. They ran into Carmen Electra. They were just working. They're only working with what they got. In Miami is it's a cool place to run into people, especially has-beens. A lot of
Oh
people.
yeah, Miami Beach in that
Yeah.
area. That
So
Hmm.
strip is popular for
every time I'm there, I
homeless
see
people.
somebody that was a massive star 20 years ago. Every time, no matter what. If I'm in the airport, I'm in the beach, I'm at the mall. Whenever I'm walking through Miami, I see somebody that was a massive celebrity like 20 years ago. Like, you know who I saw
True.
out there? Flo Rida. Do y'all remember Flo
Hmm.
Rida?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had a
Mm.
string of hits back in the day. Almost every time I go to Miami, I see Flo Rida somewhere.
But
And
guess
Hmm.
who does follow the 90 Day Fiance page?
wait,
Florida.
No,
That was a joke. But yeah, good.
Drake.
well, yeah,
True.
we did know
Yeah, because
we did know that Drake was a big 90 Day fan, and we did know that
Hmm.
Rihanna was a big 90. And this was all during COVID when the celebrities realized that they could not go on tour. They needed something to
Hmm.
occupy their time.
Yeah, so they jumped onto the show. A
Yeah,
lot
I
of people got
guarantee
hooked
you,
on it.
Drake's not watching it now. He's out on the road. He's living his best life. But back when he couldn't live his best life, he was watching Angela and Michael on 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, remember they said
True.
that he was sliding into Chantel's DMs or something like that.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
never came out and said it was him, but they kind of hinted it was him.
Well, that actually was not true. And I guess the truth of the matter is Drake liked one of Chantel's posts. He did
Mm,
not actually DM her.
mhm.
But the story got out of hand and people started exaggerating and then saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
they're talking to each other. They're talking about dating."
Man, look at that. All that for nothing. Now she's
All
with
of
a
it for
not
nothing.
now she's
Mm,
with a woman.
Yeah.
true. Okay, let's go to the next topic, which is not a 90 Day Fiance topic.
Nah.
It's a question for Gina. Tell us about Love Island Games All Stars. What's that all about?
So basically, I did some research because I haven't seen like Love Island
Oh, I
go
guess
like
it's not Love Island Games All Stars. This is
it's
Love Island All
Love
Stars.
Island All Stars.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just like the regular Love Island, but I think they take people from like the rejects. I can call them rejects, basically who didn't win or didn't find love on Love Island. But I
Hmm.
think it's mostly based in like you're gonna get your Aussies, your UK. So I don't think you're gonna get to like Americans in there. But the cast hasn't been revealed yet. But there's speculations of who might be coming. So yeah.
Hmm. Do you think it's gonna be relevant as like the season 7 or something? Regular?
Um, I don't know because I've never seen it, but there's only like 2 seasons to it.
Hmm.
But there is what's called Beyond the Villa that's going to take some of the cast, not Huda, some of the cast from this year's Love Island season 7, and they're going to be on Beyond the Villa, and that's supposed to air at the beginning of January. Like last
Hmm.
year's with Kendall's season, it was only like 8
Yeah.
episodes.
And Love Island All Stars will be on Peacock or whatever.
I don't know if it's on Peacock. It's going to be on a network that I watch it on, like on my app, I think.
Mhm.
If not, you can always watch it on another website that I use to watch. Like
Sure.
that's how I streamed Love Island Australia.
Yeah.
But
All right. Well, if Love Island All Stars seems to have like the relevancy of like season 7, like yeah, I gotta jump on the bandwagon. Oh, you know what's funny is like I'm not gonna get into specifics, but I asked my nephew, did you watch like Love Island season 7? He's like, yes. So all those Gen Z people watched like Love Island season 7. But then I asked him, did you watch Love Island Games? And he said no. So, anyways,
well, Gina, this is an American show, right? Love Island All Stars. Because you
No,
said,
it's a UK.
oh, it's a UK. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
they're filming in the UK.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay, all right. Well, I'll do my I'll research it more and try to gauge if it's going to be relevant or not. But if it is, then we should watch it or something.
I'm gonna watch it regardless.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it wasn't an American version of the show, so I didn't know that.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're going to like. I feel like with the explosion of season 7, they're probably going to change all the Love Island ones to be more like USA. I would assume.
Well, yeah, all they have to do is just make sure that it's available to stream on Peacock. They don't really have to take any extra steps because Love
Yeah.
Island come on TV. So all they have to do is make sure that it's available on Peacock, which is, I'm sure, easy.
Yeah.
A couple of
True. So anyway, yeah. Well, Gina, keep us abreast, and we'll keep our
I
audience
will.
abreast.
I love that.
I did watch Love Island Australia, and they didn't have as many raunchy or as many challenges as the one from the US, basically.
Mhm.
But I heard that Australia is a what's the word? A prudish country though. I heard that you don't see as much filth on their TVs as you would on our TVs.
Oh, in Australia, they didn't they get rid of all like young people off social media or some shit like that?
Yeah, the children can't have social media, and actually, I think in Florida, children are banned from social media too. But I feel like they're a little prudish, and so you won't, you know how we have filth on our TV, like what we have on our regular TV is what people would have to watch on Cinemax at night. So I think that that country in general, they're very prudish when it comes to their entertainment.
Mhm. I heard in the UK though. I heard in the UK it's opposite. In the UK, they'll show anything, right, or something.
Yeah, they're a little more lenient in
Yeah.
and nudity and things like that.
Oh,
And they cuss
mhm,
like it's a regular everyday thing. Like cussing is not necessarily something that we allow on TV. On their shows, you
mhm.
can just say fuck or you just say whatever you want. It's a little different.
And then sorry to like be all over the place, but George, remind me, so you have yet to watch any episode of like Black Mirror or what?
Wait, is there new episodes?
No, no, no. I'm trying to
I've never,
remember. Have
I've
you
never,
watched it ever before?
I've watched all of them. All of
Okay, my bad. Yeah, I couldn't remember if you.
I watched
It was
Black
either you
Mirror.
watched none of them or all of them, and I couldn't
I
remember.
think the last season that was new, I couldn't watch the last episode. It was like
Okay,
something about the army, and it was like 2 or 3 hours long, and I couldn't get through it. But I watched
okay,
the whole season from the beginning. I've watched it.
okay, okay. Cool.
I'm a Black Mirror fan.
True. All right. Gina, when you get a chance, send me strip club reviews.
Will do. There's a lot of them.
Okay.
Oh,
Get
that's what I
GLP. Tell your husband.
Yeah, I was about to say, tell your husband, JLP.
Yeah, get Mr. GLP ready for the strip club reviews and everybody here live with us. And to all of the ladies' husbands, this is the time to call your husband into the room. It is now time to discuss the strippers and the stains on their underwear. So let's get ready.
True. Yeah. And if you're like if your wife listens to this podcast and you're the husband and you all of a sudden discover the strip club reviews, you can go back to every Friday show, listen to them and catch up because there's a lot of lore and show canon that you need to be abreast of, which is Gigi Dancer, Triple X Beast, the Barn episode. There's tons of others, but yeah. Oh, there's the one where we discovered the like heart-shaped pool, which inspired the summer cover art of the podcast.
Where George freaked out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was so in awe of that pool. I had half a mind to book a ticket and just go see it in person. I was just so
Go to Houston.
I know it.
Mm.
Who goes to Houston? No one. But I was thinking about it. I literally was thinking about it.
Like, imagine if you left like Tyray in the heart-shaped pool and you went to somewhere else afterwards.
Guys, I feel like y'all are really coming after me for that. Like I didn't leave him physically like in a car. We were just literally walking from bar to
Yeah.
bar.
I feel like you left him like when you leave your dog in the car and you don't forget to roll down the
Oh
window.
my God, I would never do that.
Or,
That's
or when you go to the
crazy.
grocery store and you leave your baby in the cart and you take all your groceries out.
Crazy. That is
Mhm.
insanity. I would never do
Oh, you know, it's fucked up. Like someone in the chat said something rude earlier. They said, let me try to find it. They said, get him one of those baby leashes.
A little harness, little baby harness.
Yeah.
that would have helped because I mean, y'all know, I don't know if y'all go bar hopping or club hopping, but it's very dark and I'm drinking and I'm dancing and I'm and you know, Gina knows this about me. I'm a sunglasses all day, every day, even at night guy. So it's very difficult for me to see. So, you know,
But you know what makes it more
I know the
funny? And like I
I
said,
know George is fucking lit when he has the sunglasses on and there's no light coming through anywhere.
listen, me and George ever get together and bar hop, and it's going to be epic because we
I
have.
am not bailing you guys out of
Listen,
prison.
it's gonna be like The Hangover.
Hmm.
I mean,
The
there's
next
been
day, we're gonna have a tiger in the room. There's gonna be chickens flying around. We're
I
gonna.
mean, I will say this because I'm a sunglasses in the club guy. I have woken up the next day to some grenades in my hotel room. I'm just gonna say because drunken sunglasses club nights can really lead to
They turn into beer
It's
goggles.
faded. It's a faded night. It's a
Yeah.
faded night.
wake
They
up the
t-
next
they
day.
turn into beer goggles after a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and waking up the next day and seeing the people
And
that are in my room is scary. It's
it's
very scary.
it's so funny because when I'd go to the club with my guy friends, I would tell them all the time, I'm like, yo, you're talking to a grenade. The ugly lights are gonna come on and you're gonna regret what you are talking to after. They would never listen. Then
Hmm.
the ugly lights would come on and they'd be like,
That
holy shit, hide me,
that happened to my
hide me.
that
Okay.
happened to my brother one time. Real quick, we were at a club and he insisted on talking to this girl, a bartender, and he kept
Hmm.
insisting. He was we picked up right away that it was a dude, but he was drunk and he was like, "No, I don't care. She's beautiful. She's beautiful." And we waited when the lights came on and he saw her Adam's apple clearly and saw that it was a dude. We laughed. It's to this day, we remind him we should have let you take her home.
Mm.
So yeah, it was a dude, but
Well, I have never brought a dude home, but I have made questionable choices with my glasses and my drunkenness, and I have woken up to things that scared me. But it wasn't an actual dude, though.
True. Well, hopefully no one like walked out with your Louis. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
oh, I have a story.
Okay.
I went to a club and I was drunk and I wore a Versace jacket. Like I had a vintage Versace jacket and I was at the club. I left the club and I forgot my jacket. So I went
Of
back.
course you did.
I went so I went back the next day and I went up to the valet people and I was like, "Hey, I left a jacket here yesterday." And they were like, "Oh, what did it look like?" And I described it and the valet guy was like, "Oh no, we don't know where that is." And so I called the club and they pulled the tape and they had on video someone like taking the jacket, but I never actually got the jacket back. And
Uh,
it
but you didn't know me back then. I was on the video.
is do you have my jacket?
I stole your jacket.
I really wanted that. And I can't find it
mhm,
nowhere. It was vintage. It was like 30 years
mhm,
old. And I was just like, I really want that jacket back. So yeah, be careful wearing nice things to the club because if you
mhm.
sit there and somebody, because it doesn't matter
Oh,
how honest anyone is.
yo, sorry to interrupt you. I just saw the grossest photo. Jake Paul may have broken his jaw after getting knocked out because there's a nasty ass photo I'm looking at. Sorry.
Hey, I watched the video. I didn't see it. I didn't
Do
see it.
you are you one of those, are you squeamish to like bloody nasty looking
I'm
pictures?
squeamish.
Yeah, I am, but send it anyways.
Okay, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to the text, but it's kind of
I'm squeamish to breaking bones. I
okay. You this warn like trigger warning. Like this is gonna be kind of weird, but I'm sending it, texting it anyway. So he may have a broken jaw. I don't know.
huh. I'm more so I'll faint at the sight of blood, but I
Okay,
remember
well, don't look at this because it's bloody and nasty.
oh
Anyway.
no. I remember one time I was watching a NBA game and this guy broke his leg or his ankle live on TV and it was very, very traumatizing for me. I want to say
Mhm,
the game was like on Thanksgiving or Christmas. It was like a holiday because I remember there was a lot of people at my house and I don't let a lot of people in my house. So it had to have
mhm,
been around the holidays and I just remember we were all sitting in front of the TV and he like fell and you could see the bones break and it
mhm.
messed me up for the rest of the day.
True. Okay. Well, I posted in the Patreon chat. I may delete it afterwards, and I texted to y'all, and it's gross. But anyway, we have like 40 strip club reviews to read. I think.
Oh my God. We went really long tonight, guys. I thought we were going to be done by now.
True.
Everybody had something to say tonight. It was really hard to get anybody to shut up because we really had something to say. So it was a good show either way.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to the strip club reviews. Oh, and then let me look. Huh.
Wait, we have to guess where we're going.
Oh yeah.
So what's the name of the club? Let's start there.
Okay. Let's see. The name is XO, a gentleman's club.
Oh, that doesn't help me at all. Uh, are we up north?
More so than not. Yes.
Okay. Kentucky.
No.
Houston.
Well, the first thing was north, and none of those are north.
Oh,
North.
north.
Yeah, we're up
Oh,
north. So think snow.
Boston.
No, but it's closer than like the first two guesses.
New Jersey.
Yes.
New Jersey.
I've been
Oh,
jacked. I've been off for a long time. I'm finally getting back on the wagon. Okay, so we're going to New Jersey.
Okay, I guess I gotta take the city or something.
Oh, so no, Captain, let's guess New Jersey cities. I know.
New Jersey. I'm gonna say Newark.
I was gonna say Newark. That's
That's
weird.
a good guess, but no, but that's a good guess.
Newark. Okay, and the next guess I'm gonna say is probably Trenton.
I was gonna.
No, but that's a good guess too.
Is it Princeton?
Huh?
Is it
No.
Princeton?
No, but that's a good show related guess. But
Well,
no.
that's all the cities in New Jersey. So where is it?
Do you have any more guesses,
I don't
JLP?
know any.
Madison.
No. Do you want me to give you the first letter or something?
Go
I don't
ahead.
know. It won't help me. I don't know any more cities.
Okay, the first letter is an L.
Linden.
Yes.
Because
Oh, I do know Linden. Oh, and
I'm from
Emily.
New Jersey. That was no, Linden is over by Avenel.
Is it like
South Jersey.
what kind of area is it?
That's South Linden is ghetto.
True.
There's so many ghetto places in Jersey. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. South
We
Ghetto. Linden is.
we like the ghetto. We like the ghetto strip clubs.
That's where you'll find the ghetto. I mean, the only one was the one that they used to show on The Sopranos. That was like more upscale, a better area. Dolls, whatever, something guys and something dolls.
Oh, Guys and Dolls, right?
No, not guys and dolls. Something dolls. I forgot.
Okay,
They used to show on The Sopranos.
Yeah, I know the one on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's in Jersey also. That's more like Bergen County.
True. Yeah, that's where Joey Coco Diaz is from. Anyway, is you ready for the reviews?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Hold your commentary to the end of each review. The first one is a 1 cent. Get your husbands all huddled around the speaker. Anyway, the first one is a 1 sentence review from username Dong. It says, "Place sucks. Was here last weekend. Girls are nasty. 1 star."
Damn, that's like a song. Remember last week we had...
Oh yeah. We got to talk about the song, but we could do that at the end. We could talk about the song.
We'll talk about that.
Okay. Okay. Next review is from Brittany. It says, "The worst club I've ever been to with my man. I like girls, but damn bitches look ratchet. Believe the bad reviews because they're true. Go to Hot 22 or 35, much better time. And the girls are more into you personally and not trying to push away to get at your man's wallet. 1 star."
She thinks that girls in strip clubs are genuinely into people. I think that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's like thinking hookers love you.
She's coming.
That's like saying like you won't gain a pound eating sugar.
Yeah. They're all trying to get to your wallet. No matter how many questions they ask you about you, they're getting to your wallet.
Yeah, they're into your wallet. They're never into you personally.
They all have boyfriends at home.
Benjamins.
Right. They all have boyfriends at home and they all have neck tattoos.
Oh, I hate neck tattoos.
True. Okay. Next review, 1 sentence review from Buddy. It says, the worst club in New Jersey. Girls are all ugly. 1 star.
All ugly? Wow.
Yeah.
Worst in New Jersey? That says a lot, Captain, because there's a lot of stuff in New Jersey that's bad.
Well, Linden is a very ratchet area, so yeah, you're gonna get a lot of those reviews because that's a ghetto-ish area.
True. Okay, this is from Sandra. It says, I think all the reviews of the girls claiming they work there are made lots of money and everything was all rainbows and butterflies are fake. The only way you can make good money there is if you get ass naked and let the guys touch your ass and vagina. That place is a whorehouse. You won't make much if you don't put out. Even on my first and last day, they charge you a $35 house fee and take half of your lap dance money. I was traumatized. 1 star.
Oh, so that was an employee review.
Yeah. Clearly, she got fired.
Yeah. That was an employee review, and she had to put out just to make any money. So I'm not judging, but she's probably one of the ugly girls.
Yeah, she was one of the ugly ones.
Yeah.
Maybe she's one of the few that didn't put out, so that's why she didn't have a good enough money-making experience.
I mean, based on the reviews in the past, if you're not giving $3 to $5 blowjobs, you're not going to be making a lot of money. That's the one thing we've
True. Okay, this one's from username K. It says, definitely poor quality of girls. I miss the old originals that used to be here. I'm not coming back till I see some old names pop back up, especially those thick white girls like Intensity, Cocco, Naya, Jersey, and Cotton. 1 star.
Okay. Intensity and Cotton. I have questions. Those are the 2 names that I got questions. Everything else was fine, but like the Intensity and Cotton, I need photos. I need
Intensity and Cotton?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need a photo. What made them think that they needed to be Intensity and Cotton? I need help with this.
I don't know what that means.
That's their names. What is this?
Oh, their stripper names were Intensity and
I'll
Cotton?
read that sentence again.
Yeah, Shabooty.
Let me just read the whole thing again. Definitely poor quality of girls. I miss the old originals that used to be here. I'm not coming back until I see some old names pop back up, especially those thick white girls like Intensity, Cocco, Naya, Jersey, and Cotton.
Cotton. I
Yeah,
mean, intensity is wild, but I get that. Like, because,
Mhm.
I get that. But where does cotton come from?
maybe she used to work.
Cotton candy.
Maybe
My
it's-
husband said maybe because she was white, they call her Cotton.
That is weird. Like, that is a weird.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Analogy.
I just need to see a photo of what she looked like because my mind is racing.
Yeah.
Probably a thick white chick.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Maybe she has a
white
giant.
chick.
Maybe she has a giant bush and it's like a cotton thing.
Oh, see?
She got a cottontail.
Now we're talking. And maybe she dyes it white and they call her cotton.
Yeah, it's like blonde bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Shabooty. See, is there anything we can't figure out on this show?
Yeah. True. Okay, that was a good one. This one's from Acer. It says, I don't know why they say this place is wild because when I went in, it was dead. And the girls were the bottom of the barrel, not the cream of the crop. Shaking my head, 1 star.
Bottom of the barrel. All right.
We're gonna get a lot of those because the first review that you read dictated how the rest were gonna go.
Okay, this is from a username Blister. It says, this place is ridiculous. What a whorehouse with no decent whores. 1 star.
That's funny. Imagine being in a whorehouse.
No horse.
I'm glad-
an oxymoron.
I'm glad the customer's name is Blister and not the stripper's name, you know?
Blister.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
go ahead.
Okay, next one is from Damn. It says, this place really blows. It used to be good years ago. Now they're even charging free admission just to try to get people in the door, and all the quality girls left. I can't blame them. Maybe someday this place will get its act together. 1 star.
They're charging for admission, and
They're charging no. Well, you said charging free admission, but I guess
charging free admission.
yeah, which is like a
That's an oxymoron.
Yeah,
it's oxymoron, but
that doesn't match.
the customers ain't that educated. But anyway,
it was probably free admission, and now they're
Yeah.
charging.
no, I think he's saying like
But you got to pay to leave.
no, I think all he means is like it's free admission now. They're not charging.
No.
Anyway,
All right.
okay. The next one's from Donnie. It says this place is whack. They charge $15 cover charge on a Friday night, and the place is empty. The inside of the place is disgusting with only a couple of decent looking girls there. I left and took my business across the street to Taboo. It was like going from night to day. I can't imagine this place surviving much longer. 1 star. So it's $15 on a Friday.
It's $15 on a Friday. Yeah, that's a little crazy for ratchet girls.
And they got a rival strip club across the street.
Mhm. Oh, the next review has me excited because it's like a theme of previous like strip club reviews in the past. So I haven't read it yet, but the username is username bedbugs. Okay, so hold your commentary to the end. This place is so filthy. They have bed bugs. I found one crawling on me when I sat down in one of the chairs. Absolutely filthy and disgusting. 1 star.
So
George and his questions. Go ahead,
I have
George.
questions.
I have questions.
So I wasn't aware that you could have bed bugs where there weren't beds.
No, I think we
Well,
learned
we've
you
already
can.
had this discussion,
You already
George.
had this discussion.
Maybe he brought the bed bug with him.
Remember,
His name is Bedbug.
It's on fabric, so it could be couches. You can like different couches, different seating that are it's upholstered. Like it can jump from different things.
Yeah, imagine
George.
seeing a bed bug in a strip club.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's not the first time we've heard this.
I know, but I'm saying, imagine going into a strip club and seeing a bed bug. You can that automatically dictates what the strippers are like.
Or imagine going to strip club, but then bringing a bed bug home and shit.
Well, right, you're worried about bringing home an STD, but you're really bringing home a bunch of bed bugs. And probably
like imagine you run into your wife, and then on your chest you have glitter, and on your back you have a bed bug.
That probably wouldn't be my wife by the end of the night, but yeah.
No. You'd be sleeping where those bed bugs are. Bye-bye.
True. Okay. This is a one sentence review from Tease. It says, "Oh my God, the girls here are hideous. 1 star." Um, Another one sentence review. It says, from username horrible. It says, "This place is ran by pimps and hookers. 1 star."
I mean, it is a strip club.
That
Mhm.
That's pretty standard, but okay.
True. This is from Peter. Hopefully that's not Forrest using his alias. It says, "Oh Lord, what happened to all the girls that used to work here? The place is emptied out. Nothing but a couple of uglies and fuglies here. 1 star."
Oh. So apparently the girls that did work there were pretty and
they
hot.
they went to work across the street at
Yeah.
At
Taboo's.
Taboo.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're a hot stripper, you do get poached. Like people will try to steal you from the club you're at.
The bed bugs
Mhm.
ate all the strippers and they left.
Yeah.
True. This is a one sentence review from Ollie. It says, "I'd rather set the hair on my legs on fire. 1 star."
Holy shit.
Who,
Self-mutilation.
who was the username?
Ollie.
Ollie.
Ali.
Yeah, "I'd rather set the hair on my legs on fire. 1 star."
That's crazy. They would rather self-mutilate
No,
their.
well, that's one way to get rid of the bed bugs. But yeah,
Oh my God, you're right. That is how you get rid of bedbugs. You burn them away.
you burn the hair off. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
true. Okay, see how witty we are, people. Anyway, username admission. It says, "I don't have a problem paying for admission. However, I had no idea I was walking into a circus act. The bitches was so crazy for a few dollars. I thought the elephants and tigers were about to come out. Cirque du Soleil had better entertainment. Better entertainment. 1 star." I like that review.
I did too.
I may have to read that again.
Can we run it? Yeah,
It
let's
reminds
run it
me-
back. Let's
It
run it back.
reminds me of the barn reviews.
Yeah. Okay. I just like that his username too is admission. Anyway, user name admission says, I don't have a problem paying for admission. However, I had no idea I was walking into a circus act. The bitches was so crazy for a few dollars. I thought the elephants and tigers were about to come out. Cirque du Soleil had better entertainment. 1 star.
This one might be worthy of becoming a song. It might be.
True. True. This is from Jerry. One sentence review. It says, the worst group of girls I've ever seen. 1 star. One sentence review from Ass Man. It says, "This place is a flea circus." 1 star. So maybe it's bed bugs and or
We got
fleas.
fleas and we got bed bugs.
bugs.
It's
Nah.
getting worse.
Shut it down. Burn it all down.
But how are there fleas? Like, guys,
Mhm.
where did the fleas come from? Fleas come from animals, right?
Yeah, but fleas jump, so you could carry fleas in your clothes because
Mhm.
or in your hair, lice.
Oh God, George is gonna be like,
I'm
pressure
scared.
washing everything.
I'm
Burn
scared.
it all
I'm gonna-
down.
I'm gonna start going places and wearing plastic bags as clothes. Like now, I'm scared.
Imagine going into a strip club with a hazmat suit.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
Literally, I'm scared now. I'm not setting the hairs on my leg on fire. Like I'm scared now.
Mhm. You gotta go strip club with like a flea collar on.
The collar.
You know, I'm talking about the white one, the dogs wearing shit.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I know. My cat has a flea collar because I'm so terrified of fleas, and my cat is never seen outside. That's how.
True.
I never will now.
That's how paranoid I am.
True. Okay, here's a review from username Old Regular. It says, "This place is a complete whorehouse. It sure has changed for the worse, and it's a shame. The quality of women has become a joke. No more sexy, beautiful women here, only sloppy, unattractive ladies. This place used to have a variety of nice women to choose from. Now you're better off going someplace else. This place is not worth the time or money. 1 star."
Wow.
True.
Yeah, he sounds like he's really pissed off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's seen the change.
Yeah, he was a regular, so he's seen the change. We're gonna have to do Taboo next week because I want to see
Mhm.
what's going on across the street.
True.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I like that idea. We'll go across the street for next week. I like that idea.
Sure. Okay. This is from Yeah Buddy. It says, "It's easy to get your dick sucked on the LD for practically nothing." I guess LD means low down. It's easy to get your dick sucked in. Oh wait. I don't know. No, I don't know what LD stands for actually. But anyway, it's easy to get your dick sucked in the LD for practically nothing. 1 star.
Yeah,
I,
buddy.
I think you're right. I think it's low down or down low, but they
No, yeah, it has to be low down because they can't do it. It has to be like a hush hush thing.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's right.
Because
And
Sure.
what possibly LD stands for?
Well, it is in Linden, New Jersey. I don't know.
But why did he even give it 1 star?
He didn't like the blowjob that he got probably. And my husband said why he gave it 1 star if he
I
got his dick
mean,
sucked. I said maybe
I
he didn't
do
like the blowjob.
I
I
don't.
do hate a lazy blowjob. Like if you're gonna be lazy about it, then don't even do it. Like for real. Like I do hate that. Like don't be like one hand half ass, half handed. Like nah. If you ain't
No,
even
no, no.
don't even,
Listen. If it's not from the heart, don't even do it.
it don't gotta be from the heart. You don't gotta love me, but you can at least put some heart in. It's put a little heart into it. You ain't gotta love me, but if you gonna half ass it, you know what? Don't even try. I don't even want you to attempt.
All right, let's keep moving. Okay, that was the first batch. All right, let's go to the next batch. So
Oh,
let's
I
see.
feel like we have a lot. I remember last week and the week before we ran out prematurely, and it was like those porn outtake bloopers where the guy
Mhm.
prematurely. I feel like we're getting the whole scene done tonight.
Yeah, okay, for sure. This is from Ricky. It says, the girls here are so cheap and easy and desperate. I got laid for almost nothing. This is great. 1 star. But yeah, I
Why
don't know
is
why
that
he's
one?
including 1 stars.
Why is that 1 star?
I don't know.
He didn't even have to take her to dinner. He got laid for damn near free. Why is
I feel like we almost have, I feel like we have to ignore the 1 star because that was a glowing
Yeah.
review.
that's glowing? If I can
Read
get
it
laid,
again.
Okay. Okay, it says the girls here are so cheap and desperate. I got laid for almost nothing. This is great.
it is great. I think
One
back.
star.
Yeah, I've been thinking.
I don't see why he gave it 1 star. He
I
liked
don't
the
know.
price.
I be thinking
Uh,
back to how much I be spending on dates just to get laid. So I feel him. That is great.
No,
That is
clearly,
Mm.
fucking
clearly he
great.
wants a challenge.
he wants a challenge.
I
Mm,
don't. I don't.
true. Okay, let's keep moving. This is from Sean. It says, if this place is so great, why do only drug addicted ugly skanks dance here? 1 star.
Oh, now we went from fleas to bed bugs to drug addicted. It's just getting worse and worse at this point.
All right, this is from Jim. It says, this place is so run down. The chairs are ragged, broken, or falling apart. And who the hell is still uses 13-inch TVs anymore? Oh, yeah, this place does. With a $15 cover charge, no wonder this place is always deserted. 1 star.
Where do you buy a?
They have bed bugs, they have
Please.
termites, and they
Please.
have
Oh,
fleas because
I
if
have
the
figured
furniture is
out.
falling
And they
apart,
have
they have
13-inch TVs.
termites.
I feel like
I
they need
figured
an exterminator.
I figured out where all the bugs are coming from, wherever they imported the 13-inch TVs from, because I'm pretty sure you can't buy those anymore.
No.
13-inch TV,
Wherever you find a
computer
13-inch
screen.
TV, if you find a 13-inch TV anywhere, there's bugs in it.
Mm,
That's a computer screen.
That you remember
true.
the very first ever iMac computers?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Like
about.
the little tiny all-in-one 13-inch.
Yeah. It was like
That's
round. It
what
was round in the back.
Yeah, that where the fuck would you find that? Like, how did they even find a 13-inch TV? And is it black and white? Because I'm pretty sure back then TVs were black and white.
Mm, I don't know, but let's keep moving. Um, this is from there's two reasons. Okay, this is from Nasty Girls. It says, if you're looking to come here, stay away. Girls here prostitute regularly and are full of STDs. I know because I frequented the club often until I found out I caught an STD that was passed on to my wife. Needless to say, now I got a divorce to deal with. 1 star.
Oh,
Yo, I'm trying to.
No way.
You're trying to process all of this.
I'm trying to process what he just said.
You want to read it again?
Go ahead, read it.
Okay, if you're looking to come here, stay away. The girls here prostitute regularly and are full of STDs. I know because I frequented the club often until I found out I caught an STD that was passed on to my wife. Needless to say, now I got a divorce to deal with. 1 star.
That's crazy. I like how he said it was passed on to his wife as though he wasn't the one that passed it to her.
I know.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's acting
So you
like
have
he's acting like a flea landed on his wife.
Right. He was
yeah,
like,
fleas, bed bugs, termites, and STDs.
yeah, he
This
was
is
like,
great.
I caught it and then I sat on the toilet seat and then my wife caught like, no, bro, you're the carrier here. You're the one who
Mhm.
gave her the
I'm glad the
STD.
wife divorced him. That's
Mm-hmm.
gross. That's gross.
True. Okay, this is a username from Won't Be Back. It says, "Do not waste your time or money. I cannot believe a place like this is still open. What a shame. 1 star." This is from Jay. It says, "What a shithole. Place is full of whack bitches and empty. 1 star."
Jeez.
Um, this one's from somebody named Tyray. It says, "I was having a good time, but then my friends ditched me. Fuck them. 1 star."
Okay, that is definitely not a real review. And that is directed at me.
That was a joke, people.
Shabooty is diabolical.
You are diabolical. I'm never telling y'all anything again. Because now I feel like y'all are gonna continually make it seem like I leave people places. Like I'm never telling y'all anything.
That was totally on the fly too, like on the top of my head. That was
Why?
pretty
Because
good.
I'm like looking at the. I'm like, wait, that's not. I'm like, I could see where he's going with this. Gina, just shut the fuck up. Right.
I knew
So
it. I knew when I heard the name, I was like, oh, they are still coming for me. See,
Yo, I actually believed him. Somebody named Tyray until I heard the review. I started cracking up.
That was good. I can't wait to listen to that on the playback.
I
Um,
ain't telling y'all shit.
True. Okay. This one's from username Ugh. It says UGH. It says, "This place is dead. Girls are this place is dead. The girls are nasty and nothing they advertise is true. Management is posting to cover up all true comments about this place. 1 star."
Mm. Well, he
I
said
thought he
everything.
said the girls were dead. That would explain the bugs.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, better the place is dead than the girls are dead. But anyway, this one's from LD. It says, uh, "I don't know why you would even get a lap dance off of Diamond. She can't even keep her eyes open. She's so doped up. No wonder why the quality girls don't stay. 2 stars."
2 stars. Right?
yeah.
He was up,
Okay.
and the girl was high, giving him a lap dance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like allegedly heroin if she's falling asleep or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Still got 2 stars, so she must have still worked that ass.
Hmm. Okay, this is from Junior. Junior says, "Laughing my ass off. This place is still an embarrassment to the New Jersey strip industry. I would never come back, even if my car happened to catch a flat in front of the place and it was pouring rain outside. 1 star."
I like that he made it seem like the New Jersey strip club industry is something to be proud of in the first place. That was my favorite part because he was like, "This is a bad name to the New Jersey strip club." And I was like, "Well, is that new? Is that something that we should be looking into?" Because all of the ones
Hmm.
we've talked about have been an embarrassment.
True. Okay, this is from Andy. It says, "This place looks better inside, but the quality of girls went down the toilet. 1 star."
Oh, so
Um,
they remodeled the building, but they didn't remodel the girls.
mhm. Okay, this is from username What the Fuck. It says, "The worst 20 minutes of my life. I spent $15 to get in the door to a pretty much empty club. Only a couple of guys sitting around in the distance. Everyone looked bored out of their mind, especially since no one is tipping the girls. Only one girl on stage, and the rest bombard me trying to screw me in the back for as low as $50. Then there's a couple of guys outside drinking by the car that follow you in as you walk. Only came here because a friend told me he hadn't been there in a few years, but that it was a good place at that time. I saw Taboo in the corner and stopped in. What a difference. At least they have good drinks. 1 star."
Yeah, we definitely got to do Taboo next week.
Yeah, and I do want to ask the round table. So everybody keeps saying I walked into the club and it was dead. So is that a thing? Like as long as there's girls, if I go to the strip club, if I'm the only one there, I feel like I hit the jackpot because then I get to pick. So like do guys walk into the strip club and they want to see like 75 other guys?
George, you have to remember you want to see attractive strippers, not flea infested STD strippers on the pole.
Usually, when you see an empty club, that means it's
It's not a
Yeah,
good
you
nothing good.
sign.
yeah,
Yeah,
you want it to be a
nothing good is in
scene.
there.
You want it to be a scene and you do want to
You
have
want
your
it to
own
be
like
popping
table,
when
but
you walk in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the dead club means that no one wants to see the talent. So that's what that means. Because I was confused. I was like, why are guys mad that there's nobody in there? Then that's more attention on me, right?
No, George
No, but then you feel like even
Mm,
more of like a
it's
loser
like
because
the
there's no one
same
else
as
there.
it's like
yeah.
the same as a disco or bar. If you walk in and you don't see anything popping off, that means
Yeah.
it's dead. It's
Yeah,
no
and then
good.
you feel like I was saying, you feel like a loser because there's no one else except your ass.
See, that's weird because when I go places with my friends, we'll walk into a dead place.
There's nobody in there
Your
except
friends that you leave behind.
Shabooty.
It's that
Oh,
one person left behind at the
Jesus
club.
Christ.
Shabooty. There's nobody in the club except Tyray waiting for George to come back and get him.
I might have to make a meme, and then no one, Tyray won't know what I'm talking about. So
He probably will figure it out. But I'm
true.
just saying, I think that shit, I don't even know what I was saying now. You caught me off guard with that. Now I don't even know what I was trying to say.
Okay, let's keep moving. This is from Playboy. It says the girls here are ugly, pathetic, and not attractive at all. You rather go to another place. 1 star. This is from Josh. It says I drove by trying to check the place out, but the parking lot was swarmed with the law in marked and unmarked in marked and unmarked cars. 1 star.
What? There was like undercovers and cops in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, so they were waiting to catch people. They were like waiting. Isn't that entrapment? Can they do that? Can you sit in a strip club parking lot to arrest prostitutes? Like, is that a thing? Like, you know how you can't sit in a bar parking lot to arrest?
They're not arresting the prostitutes. They're arresting the drug dealers that are selling the
Yeah,
drugs to the
and the
prostitutes.
drunk,
Oh, I got you.
Mm,
Yeah, they want to know why all the strippers are stoned.
true. Okay, this was
the
from
drug
Lars.
lords. That's
This
who
from
they're.
this from Lars. It says, "Yeah, it's a whorehouse in this place. That's why there is condoms loaded in the trash cans up and downstairs. I'd hate to go blacklight to this place, or I'd hate to take a blacklight to this place. The girls are strung out on all types of drugs. 1 star.
Oh shit. That's like a Lana
And that's
story.
why that's why the cops are in the parking lot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's crazy.
to
Like,
catch the drug
Allegedly,
lords. Yeah,
yeah.
like yeah.
Um, let's see. You from username Rip. It says, "What a dump. Flea infested drug addicts. 1 star." Um, okay, this is from Reply. It says, this place is old, but there's nothing nice about it. For what the girls charge to go upstairs to sit in to sit in some chairs that look like they came out of the backseat of a van, and you can't see nothing because it's so dark. They're also claiming they have to give the house $80. Better off getting one of them to go with you to a telly. 1 star.
But if the girls are so disgusting, why he wants to go to a hotel with them?
This one didn't say they were discussing. All the others did.
mm.
But anyway, this is from Ryan. It says, dirtiest place ever with disgusting dancers, boring and uncomfortable, but they will do anything really cheap. 1 star.
Mm.
This is from Stace. It says, holy shit, what is going on with this place? I came in from out of town and all I can say is, damn, never in my life have I been ever, or never in my life have I seen such a miserable looking club and girls. 1 star.
Oh. He said the club was miserable. How does a building look miserable?
Well, we can
It's
post pictures later.
It's probably
Oh yeah.
dark, dreary hellhole.
Gina
Mhm.
will post pictures later, so we'll get that.
I
Sure,
told
okay,
you,
this
I told you, Linden was ghetto.
This is from Boinger username. It says, what happened to this place? It looks nicer, but they only got a few gutter looking dope fiend dancers a night. The chicks down 1 and 9 give you more bang for buck for less. 1 star. Do you want to read that one again?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it quick. What happened to this place? It looked nicer, but they only got a few gutter looking dope fiend dancers a night. The chicks down 1 and 9 give you more bang for buck for less. 1 star.
Wow.
Um, okay, it's from Jack in the Box. It says the ugliest broads I've ever seen in my life. They couldn't pay to come back here. 1 star.
Wow.
Iceman 22 says the chicks in here look like pro linebackers. 1 star.
That's crazy.
Big backs.
Big bag. That's what I was gonna say. Big bag, side by side refrigerator types. Okay.
True. This is from Get Real. It says, "What a dump. Be careful of the crabs." 1 star. Okay, so we have bed bugs, fleas, and
And
crabs.
crabs.
And
All
STDs.
we're missing is roaches and ticks.
Well,
I know we haven't gotten the roaches yet,
that's
We've
weird to me. It's
but
weird
don't.
that we haven't gotten the roaches because I feel like you would get roaches before you would get fleas,
Mhm.
right? So that's weird.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten there yet.
True. Maybe it's coming up. Who knows? Okay. This is from username Oh Jesus. It says, "How on earth do they even call this a gentleman's club? This isn't even entertainment. Nobody wants to pay admission to watch dope fiends not out." 1 star.
Dang, there's a lot of ODs
I
going
think the
on there.
club needs an intervention.
Mhm. Okay, this is a username. What a ripoff. The girls are all skanky. 1 star. From Brooklyn. It says, "This place is dumb. Dope head dancers, coke head dancers, and drunk dancers. $15 to see some of the ugliest bitches ever. White trash and black ash makes up the lineup. Chocolate mystery and those white dope heads are very sickening to watch." 1 star.
Oh,
Oh, that sounds like hell.
yeah,
It sounds like the seventh circle of hell.
it
So,
does.
what was the other girl's name? Intensity,
Cotton.
Cotton, and now there's
Intensity.
chocolate and
Cotton.
mystery.
Yeah, and
So,
Cotton. And I still need to see a picture of Cotton. I just have so many questions.
mm.
Maybe she's related to Gigi Dancer.
True. This is from Tito. It says, "The girls here look tired and miserable or on drugs." 1 star. And I think we're down to our final 2 reviews.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, you ready? Okay, what's the name? Gina. Like, which of the two should I read
Hold
first
on.
and last, or something? Like, I want to say the best one for last of the two.
Okay, read the Paco one first and then the
Then the
other
other
one.
one. Okay, all
Yeah.
right. All right, here's Paco, second to last. It says, "The place is closed most of the time, and if it's open, only one or two girls that look like crack whores." 1 star. And then we're down to our last review. Ready? Someone play some timpani. Um, anyway, ready?
I'm ready.
Done.
Okay. Okay, this is from username shithole in the wall. It says, "Don't waste your time paying admission here. The girls are not even worth a 2 cents to look at." 1 star.
Wow.
That has to be the worst strip club that we've ever reviewed.
Yeah, they've had so many different insect infestations, bug infestations. Like, remember we read that they had pee on the floor. Do you remember somebody said in one strip club that they sat on a couch and they caught like a STD or something?
Mm.
This is probably the worst, most infested one that we've ever. So wait, Gina, I have a question. Is this strip club still open?
I don't think so.
Mm.
That was my next question. How long until the health department or whoever shuts down strip clubs catches on? Because that's my next question.
I think
Mm.
it's a Mexican restaurant now.
That's even
Oh.
worse. They should not be preparing food in there. That's even
They
worse.
probably had to sanitize it and
Oh, you
Mm.
burn
mean
it. They had to
that's
burn it down and
yeah, by
start over
sanitize you mean burn it down, bulldoze it, and start again?
and start.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, it is still open as of 7 months ago, but when I put in the address, there's only like a
Mm.
Mexican restaurant and what
Mm.
looks like a public library or a mini prison.
it could
Give it a
Uh,
probably be all
second.
three.
yeah, hopefully it's not a Mexican restaurant in the same building as a strip club.
It's a Mexican restaurant, prison,
No, it's
strip
like a
club,
Taco Bell, KFC. Like one side is a strip club, other part's a Mexican restaurant.
and then the back is the jail.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I gotta look. Yeah. 321 Park. Okay. What's this address about? Hold on.
I was just
But
curious because I was thinking with the infestation and everything, and the undercover cop sitting in the parking lot.
Mm.
It's only a matter of time, right? Only a matter of time.
True. By the way, I'm reading some of the like live chat. Like, let's just read through some of them. Sherry says, "Ha ha, yikes." JLP says, "George, you got my husband cracking up."
What
Uh,
did I even say? I don't even know.
True. Lana says that'll be 5 stars, a well-deserved asshole. This one, Sherry says, "Oh my God, ha ha." Amberlee says that was hilarious. Tyray's review was the best. Sherry says, "Oh my goodness, wow." Amberlee says the guy was twerking. There weren't any cops. And Sherry says drunk drivers too. Ew. So those are some of the live reactions.
It's funny that the best one was Tyray's review. That's hilarious. That's crazy funny. I'm never telling you guys anything
That
again.
was the highlight. That was the highlight of the reviews.
And whenever we hang out, if I go pee, y'all are gonna try to say I left y'all in the club. I already know.
True.
No, we're gonna leave your ass in the club.
That's impossible because when I go to the club, I am the club. So like that's why I think it's funny because I was asking y'all earlier. I was like, how come when people go to the club, they're like, oh, it's dead in here. I go into a dead club and I'm the party, right? Like I bring the.
I think that might be the alcohol talking.
No, it's me. It's me.
Oh,
and
okay.
When we go in,
whatever helps you sleep better at night, George.
We don't need a club full of people to have a good time. We bring the good time.
I'm convinced that, okay, so I put in the address and then went to Google Maps and whatever, and it's still showing this dang ass Mexican restaurant.
Well, maybe it's permanent. If you Google the name of the strip club, it should come up on Google Yelp.
Or try like Yelp, yeah.
I did. And well, when I was looking at the reviews, I put on Google, it said as of 7 months ago, that was the newest review. So then I assumed that they were open.
But it doesn't say permanently closed for the name of the strip club?
No.
Huh, that's really weird. That's weird. Because they're really good at letting you know places close.
Updating. Yeah, no, I get that. But
yeah,
no,
like
that's
on
why
Google,
I was so confused.
on Google Maps, if it has like the store hours, then it's still open. But if it's like permanently closed, it won't have the store hours, I think.
It will say permanently closed in red.
Yeah. True.
But
well, anyway.
I'll send the pictures to Patreon of the Mexican restaurant. So
that's even more scary. I wonder how many people got food poisoning at the Mexican restaurant. Because I know that you can fumigate a building, but I just wouldn't eat in there. I don't think I would eat in there. I'm sorry.
Captain, I'll send you I'll send it to the group chat, the picture of the restaurant too.
I'm mad that no roaches made an appearance.
Yeah, isn't that weird? No roaches were
no roaches were harmed in these strip club reviews. Rest in peace, the roach in the toilet.
True.
Oh yeah, the Street View is a
Mexican joint.
Yeah, Los Burritos, which the name sounds like a place that I would eat at. So God help me.
True. All right. Well, my one of my mics is like low battery, so I feel like we should end it on these high notes.
Oh, your mic goes low? My mic will last like 6 hours. My mic is like a porn star. It lasts all night.
True.
Porn star on Viagra.
Before we end it, like let's talk about the song. So if y'all missed like last Friday show, it was really funny. There's one review that was like very melodic, almost like a haiku or a poem or something. And we were just on the fly because we're so witty. We were like, it'd be funny if like we took this and turned it into a song. And then if you listen back to last Friday show, we put it as the intro of the song. So go back and listen. And it went from a strip club review, and we made a song and put it in the beginning of the episode, and it like worked out flawlessly.
The song was so good that I posted it to my story and I replayed it probably 25 times because right when I got into it, it ended. And if there was a way that I could add it to the playlist in my car, I would. It was actually really good.
True. If you go to my Instagram, you know how like on Instagram you could have like pinned stories or whatever. I have like one of the pinned stories where it's just podcast related stories only. So if you go there, you could like watch the story that has a longer version of the song.
I think you're talking about highlights.
Yeah, highlights. Yeah.
Yeah, you have the highlight. Yeah. And I think maybe the best strip club review of the night, if we can make it happen, we can make a song out of it. And
it'd be the Tyray one.
It would be how George left Tyray sitting in the car.
I am done with y'all. I was not the only person there. Like y'all make it seem like I left him. We were there as a group.
Right? Yeah, Angela's probably running the show.
No, but when I was ready, when the club we're not having fun anymore. I don't know if I've ever been to West Hollywood, but it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bars. Like we went to, I think, Stir, the one from Vanderpump Rules.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
started there, and then we ended up at Hamburger Mary's, and then we were at like 20 clubs that night. So, once one club, and the one that we were at, I think Stir, it was a gay club, and it was like really, really, really gay. So like there was
Mm-hmm.
guys dancing on tables in like G-strings, like it was just a bit much. So we
Mm-hmm.
were leaving pretty quickly. No, I don't want to say quickly. We were there for like a good 45 minutes, but it got a little weird because I started getting hit on a lot. So I was like,
Mm.
maybe we should go. So but I'm not telling y'all nothing else. For
You
real.
know that we are the only ones that can actually
You,
like tease you and make fun of you. If anybody else was to do it
George,
to you, we would jump them.
you know what makes it so funny is you actually forgot the biggest person in the room. Like, how do
Stop.
you forget? How do you forget? I can understand if he was small,
Yeah.
petite, like a child, but you
That's
left the biggest.
that's like
That's
that's like
worse.
that's
No,
like
but I'm saying,
that's like Derek from Love After Lockup for losing Monique.
yeah.
Whatever.
How do you leave the biggest person you with?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know how to answer that question. I just know it took us a minute to realize that he wasn't with us, but we did go back for him, and he was okay, and
Mm.
everything was good.
No, it was a funny story. It was a good story. Thank you for
It was a
sharing.
funny story.
It wasn't supposed to be funny, I don't think. I
Too
mean,
late.
maybe, I don't know.
Now it's part of the show lore.
Well, yeah, now this is gonna be something that anytime I say anything
You,
about a club, y'all are gonna bring up. So I just have to deal with it.
Yeah. Anytime
you,
like the idea of being ditched, like we're gonna bring up
yeah,
Tyray's name or something.
yeah. They're gonna dig it to the grave.
True. All right. Well, I think we should end it on those notes because my microphone battery's low. So,
All right. Well, I feel like we had a good show tonight, and I'm glad Captain was able to join
I'm
this.
mad I missed the fun part, man.
the
Yeah,
Veronica
we
part.
talked about the
Yeah, I'm mad I missed that part because I wanted to trash talk her too, but it is
well,
what it is.
we'll probably
We'll
talk
still
about
be
it again.
trash talking.
Well,
Hmm.
it's not over with yet. So as the news stories come on,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
it's
new developments.
yeah,
To
we'll have
be
Mhm.
another show.
continued. It'll be a be continued saga.
Right. I don't think this is the last time we're gonna hear about this. So we'll have
Mm-mm.
another chance.
True. All right. Well, I guess I should end it. I'm just trying to figure. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do my outro. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Just happy holidays, everybody. Enjoy your holidays,
Oh
and
yeah.
Yes.
Oh wait. Let me look at the. Hold up. So our next show will be after Christmas. So we should say Merry Christmas on. Well, we may do a show some Sunday, but this is our last Friday show before Christmas.
yeah. So
We're not
everybody,
doing one next week.
Yeah, for people around. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I will be.
we'll figure it
Well,
out.
I don't know that.
to be TBD,
yeah,
to be
to be
determined.
determined. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Because
Yeah.
Captain could be lit like Captain and George can
What?
be lit like a motherfucker.
What?
Y'all know I live in the air. I don't know where I'm gonna be. So I might not
Yeah.
be in this country next week. So I'll let everybody know.
True.
All right.
All
Well,
right. Well, in
everybody
the
enjoy your
meantime,
holiday.
happy early Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Everybody have a great holiday and do not leave any of your loved ones anywhere.
Be safe and make sure that you stay with the crowd. Okay. Don't let
Mm.
nobody leave you behind.
Everyone's a stranger danger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and join our Patreon if you want to buy yourself a Christmas gift.
It's the
So,
gift that keeps on giving because the jokes that we tell, the memes and everything is in there. It's the gift that you can keep opening every day.
yeah, I think the link is patreon.com/98 Fiancé Fridays. So yeah, join us and support the show. And thank you. And I guess I'm gonna do my outro, which is thank you everybody for listening to 98 Fiancé Fridays on
Friday.
Friday.
Peace
Happy holidays,
out.
everybody.
Peace out.
Bye.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Bye.